Alrighty then. Let's see if we're live on YouTube. Okay, and we are. Awesome. Welcome. Let's turn this around the right way. Welcome, friends. It's been hot. I suspect we're probably only gonna have a few days or weeks left of bonfire season or campfire season. For the as far as the authorities know, this is a campfire, certainly not a bonfire. Certainly not a bonfire. Yeah. So let's get the fire started. And hey, holy crap, Courtney, good to see you here. Good to see you here. We're just about to start the fire here. Let's adjust the camera. Still light out, which is nice. 9:16 in the p.m., which is lovely. When see one bad thing about being up at this latitude uh, is that it's cold most of the year. One good thing is in the summer it stays light until like 10:30. So, and I want to say hello to Miskatonic Madman. Let's start up this bonfire. I'm gonna get the text off the screen so you can see. Let's chop some wood and get the fire going. And I have sent out the invites, so you won't be subjected to just the torture of listening to just me. We do have. I've sent out the invites, so we should get some mixed company in here pretty quickly. All right, so yeah, I don't know how many more bonfires we're gonna have. Running out of wood, actually, that's pre-cut, so I probably only have about 2 hours worth of wood here. I've got a giant tree that I'll probably do a video for going and cutting down. Might do that in the next few days to get more bonfire. William Shakespeare is here? Are you shitting me? William Shakespeare, Miskatonic Madman, either one of you. Or Courtney. I know you've got a good setup too, Courtney. All of you. There's the link if you want to jump on. Please go ahead. William Shakespeare says, I'm working, so I won't be able to chatty tonight. Oh, then you probably won't need the link that I just dropped. Either way, good to see you, William. Very good to see you. Damn mosquitoes! Are you shitting me? All right, I'm gonna get the fire started. Grab that link. I'm about to delete it. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. There we go. Delete that comment, just so I can control who's coming into the chat. Good to see y'all. Let's get this fire started and get the mosquitoes away. We need smoke, and we need it now. Let's go. We need smoke, and we need it now. Okay. And I do know where some birch bark is. Yes. Birch bark. Always important with the birch bark. Hey, old man bird, good to see you. Lemon pie, good to see you. I'm just in the middle of lighting a fire here, guys. The mosquitoes are out. I need to start a fire right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Sprinkle some sawdust. Should help. Throw some sticks in. Damn mosquitoes. Damn it. No, you're not going to do that. No, you're not. Whew. Mosquitoes. They don't like the smoke. So if I can get some embers going, I can throw on some green grass and make smoke. But the key is to start with little wood. You gotta, I know as much as you ladies like the big wood, for starting a fire and getting it going quickly, you really need the little wood. Let's get some green stuff. I don't want to get the dirt with it, but whatever. Make some smoke. What else we got that smokes? Bark. Bark smokes. Okay, so if you can get a hold of some bark. This was quite a large tree that we cut down, as you can see by the potential diameter of this tree. But bark contains water more than the wood, therefore it smokes. It also creates light, which I've discovered through doing live streaming. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Lots of smoke. Let's get. Hey, is that Kronos? That looks like Kronos. Hey, Kronos. No, I've got the chainsaw here, Kronos. I've got the chainsaw. It's right there. Bark, bark. Hey, buddy. Yeah, the liquor store shut down already, so we're all sober here. Oh my God, what did I do? Hey, Lemon Pie didn't do anything. Laughter is exercise. That is true. And Old Man Bird says, Canadian Spider-Man just got more exercise than I've had in 2 months. Oh, why? Why were you laughing? You're watching in bed. You must wrench Courtney. It's her destiny. Oh, is she not wrenched? You're gosh darn right I'll wrench her. Oh, Courtney, son of a bitch. Yeah, let's get right on. Holy shit, I didn't notice that. Thank you, Lemon Pie. Wow. Thank you, Lemon Pie. Courtney, you are wrenched immediately, obviously. No obligations with that. We just want to see how many we can get to. I think we've got to be approaching 150 by now. There you go, Courtney, no obligations. And Courtney rocks. You're gosh darn right she does. That fire has more bark than bite. Can you hear the fire? Can you? Wow, this camera. What the hell is this camera doing? What the shit is this going on here? Is it just me, or is it my laptop, or does that camera really look like that? All right, pardon me, folks. That's really red, and yeah, see all the red there? That's crazy. Lots of popping. Okay, good. I've got the pop filter on my microphone, but the pop filter has been eaten by the bonfire. There's supposed to be 2 layers on there. There's one, and well, it's not even a whole one. It's seen better days. But you know what? We'll work on that as we develop and get more professional. Well, no, that's not the right word. There we go. A relaxing crackling sound in the background. Hey, I'm glad you like it. Majin? Who's Majin? Where's Majin? Majin, hi. Majin, hi. Good evening, sir. Majin Heil. Majin Heil. Wow, okay. I don't, is that, I don't know where you're from, but welcome here. And you seem nice enough, so I'm gonna rent you. No obligations. Where do you come from? Majin, hi. Where do we know you from? Tony Stark, perhaps. And anti-derivative, Jill, you have a link, but no obligation, obviously. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. I'm just having a fire. So, there you go. Okay, and Jill is here. Yes! Oh, shit! Jill, I'll be right there. Fantastic. Kind of like Sauron with the red glow. No, I don't know what's going on with the camera here. Well, it's been through a lot. I mean, fireworks, bonfires, snow, hail, rain, projectiles. That camera is pretty fucked up, though. But at least, hopefully, you can see the fire. Good evening in Holly. Oh, okay. Lemon Pie says, you met Majin on Nemesis. All right. Excellent. Well, glad to be here. Florida. Oh, man. Glad to be. I was in Florida 2019. Drove down to Florida from Boston single-handedly. It took 19 hours or 17 hours, if I recall. Something stupid like that. If Jill had a twin sister that was single. Well, you know what, Kronos? Don't even put... Come on. Do not hit on ladies in the chat. Absolutely not. Don't even mention that shit. We're here to burn shit. Don't even mention that shit, Kronos. Come on now. And I know that's a compliment to Jill, but we don't even need to talk about that. We're here to burn shit. And probably talk about stuff that will get us kicked off of YouTube is my guess. That's my guess. And we're also here to see if my t-shirt glows in the dark. My brother, who lives in Western Australia, sent me this shirt. Australia. That's the stars from their flag. And yeah, apparently they glow in the dark. Kronos, I know you like making jokes. That's why you're one of my favorite people to have in the chat, honestly. Like, don't ever change. There we go. Now, I love having you, Kronos. And you can be a smart ass, like you know. Like, you can pretty much fucking say anything in this chat. You be as smart ass as you want. You're not gonna get kicked out. Main girl, holy shit, you're here. Let's moderate you right away. Thanks for being here. I'm making, so main girl, just so you know, everyone that enters my chat that I know, I add as a moderator, because I want to kind of fuck with YouTube a little bit. And I also want to see how, just out of curiosity, how many moderators will they let you have? And it seems like a lot of people know you, so glad to have you here. Yeah, I know you through Tony's chat. Something's fucky with my camera right now. It's all red and... Can you guys... Is that my computer or can you see that? I'm not on mushrooms, but that kind of looks trippy. Maybe I have mushrooms. Maybe I should take them. Main girl, I was just telling the chat how the mosquitoes have just started to come out tonight, and so I'm throwing some of this green shit on the fire just to make some smoke. But I mean, I've been to Maine a lot. I'm from New Brunswick, and we didn't have the money to go to Walt Disney World. Well, no, and also we didn't want the stress. We went to PEI, we went to Nova Scotia, we went to Maine and New Hampshire. And so I know that you know about mosquitoes. They're not so bad. In British Columbia, come out west, they're not so bad. Less swampy out here. But still, there's some. So I'm burning green shit. grain shit. And this one's a little punky. Not Punky Brewster. It's a little punky. That's the stage before rot, I believe. But it'll still burn in a bonfire. Or a campfire. Oh shit, sorry. Microphone down. All right. Ooh, Sashi's here. And Suzanne. Hey, Suzanne. Good to have you here. Hi, Suzanne. Good to have you here. And Courtney says, I'm in the grocery store, so I don't get service, but I'll say hi soon. Be right back. Courtney, if you're hearing this and if you want to come on, you are welcome to come on the stream. And Chrono says, great, now I have some songs in my brain. Well, that'll happen. Hey, AJ Starhiker, hi. Glad to see you. Main Girl 207 says, I love my thermocell. Okay, Main Girl, I mean, we're from New Brunswick and Maine. Maine. Okay, so I did have 4 beers, but we're from the area that likes to go camping. I'm not sure everyone knows what a thermocell is. Folks in the chat, lemon pie, I bet you know what a thermocell is. Kronos, I bet you do as well. AJ Stark, I don't know. BC could be fun to visit at some point. We're going communism. We're going communist pretty full on, pretty quickly. So if you're gonna visit, yeah, come in the next couple of years. I'll show you around, man. Because I'm not gonna be here much longer. By the looks of things, I'm heading to Texas. Main Girl says, oh, I know. Honestly, worth the hassle of the cold temperatures keep the bugs little. That's true. The cold temperatures in the east coast of Canada and Maine. I mean, Maine is practically the same as New Brunswick. Yeah, the cold keeps the bugs down, which is good. William Shakespeare says, this is the best time of the year in the Pacific Northwest. Look how bright the sky is still at 9:30 p.m. and it's not terribly hot in June. That is true. We hit 32 degrees Celsius, which is, I want to say 90. Kronos says, never been to Maine. I like seafood. Kronos, if you like seafood, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Maine. It's all the same lobster. It's all the same scallops. I mean, do you want to see scallops that you have to cut in half to be able to wrap a piece of bacon around? Because that's not a lie. That's not a lie. Nova Scotia scallops, I've seen them with my own eyes. We had to cut them in half to wrap the bacon around for bacon wrapped scallops, obviously. And black flies, yeah, black flies are annoying. Miss Catonic Madman says the camera is a little wonky, but it's okay. It's your wizard magic. Oh, with the yeah, I'm not on shrooms, so yeah, there you go. Smartass, yeah, we like smartasses here, Kronos. We definitely. All right, let's go back down to the bottom. Oh, okay, Texas been there twice now. For the weather up here in North Dakota and Minnesota, yeah, but I'm a tropical guy. If it's below 30 degrees, I don't like it. I want to be wearing a bathing suit and nothing else for the rest of my life. I've spent 53 years in. Oh no, that's not true. I went a lot on tropical places, but I've lived enough in the winter. And what the hell is I I don't. Okay, I'm not hip to the jam. I'm not hip to the jam. I don't know what that means. It's been several decades since I've been in high school, so I don't know what that means. Wow, maybe going to Texas. Kronos, you're goddamn right. I want to. I, I I've been to 4 communist countries in the world. I see what's coming. I'm a student of history. I'm not an expert, but I love history. Hi, Jill. And
Hi. Hey.
And Texas is probably, and Jill's from Texas. This way.
I lived in Texas my whole life. I was born, raised
It's
a Texan.
one of the most freest places on earth. Are you ever going to enslave Texans to communism, Jill?
No, that is not the plan. The plan is to keep
Right.
us free, and we only get even more free over time. I could tell you the abbreviation that you didn't know. It was if you know, you know.
There you go. So I think Texas has to. I want to be on the most free. The more I study history, the longer I live, the more I see things, the more countries I travel to, Jill, the more I value freedom, and the more I see that Texas is the place. Yes.
Although I do know you like your botanicals. We're not quite free in that regard yet.
That's Jill. If I have to choose, that's fine. And do you mind reading Sashi's? And welcome. Hi, Jill. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I really had a lot of fun last time, but I know, that was good. Sashi said yes, hot weather makes bugs the size of helicopters.
That's yes. Not on shrooms this time. Yeah, no. The last stream might have gotten a little out of hand.
It was a bit. It was a bit. You were already way deep into partying when you started the stream.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was a mistake.
maybe was the problem.
Yeah, see,
Do you even remember the mushrooms?
I do, and I woke up in the morning and I saw them on my night table, and I finished them around 9 a.m.
Well, that's a way to spend a day.
You're not gonna waste. But okay. Never had a whole lobster, really, Kronos. Do you mind reading this from our friend AJ?
Me neither. I really just eat the tails, lobster tails.
Oh my! Oh dear. Okay.
AJ, yeah.
Yep. You could spend 2 hours getting all the meat out of. I mean, the little legs have all the meat, and there's a certain technique. There's special lobster tools in New Brunswick and Maine for these. But Joe, if I do come to Maine, will I get arrested if I bring lobster? Probably.
I don't know. You do have to be careful with transferring animals. I'm not sure, like if you're going to transfer the live animal, might be different if you're transferring it as already processed meat.
No, but they're. Oh no, but let's go the DEI route. They're my compassionate animals, right? They're my
yeah.
Right. What do you call those things?
Comfort animals.
They're my comfort animals. Yeah, my lobster. All 6 of them have to come with me to Jill's.
Yes. Hey, look, it's Rod.
Hey, I made it.
Hey, do you mind, Rod? You're just in time. Would you mind reading this from our friend AJ Star Hiker?
Yeah, sure. AJ Star Hiker says, check this. Been there twice. I prefer the weather up here, up in North Dakota and Minnesota. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I like the hot weather. And William Shakespeare says Seattle is a fantastic place for fresh seafood, caught right here in the Sound and restaurants. But watch out for the street scumbags. They're multiplying. Huh. Well, yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens. You did. You knew the thermocell. Keep up, Spidey. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys, Rod, you know what a thermocell is? Jill, do you know what a thermocell is for camping?
Um.
Not really, no.
A foam like a self-inflating. It's a self-inflating pad. Uh, that that that,
What does it
that
do?
well, you sleep on it to keep you up off the cold ground
Okay.
for camping. It's a thermocell. It keeps you from contacting the ground, which is oh, okay. If you know, you know. Okay, see, Sashi. All right, thank you.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I'm not hip. I'm not hip to be cool.
Spidey didn't know.
There's a lot I don't know. You could write a book
Yeah.
on that. It's been a long time since I've been in high school. Yeah, about 35 years for me, or at least. Rod,
Oh
hi.
dear.
Welcome.
Oh, I think I'm on. I passed my 20-year mark. My goodness.
I still want to have a pistol.
Yes, me too. See, Rod Thunderheart, I never wanted to own a handgun until Justin Trudeau told me that I couldn't own one. And now all of a sudden I want to own 10.
I am with you.
Right?
Yeah. Uh,
Right, Rod? Hey, buddy, how's Jill? I don't know if you know, but Rod's in a new location.
He moved.
I
He moved from where he was to a new place. Cool.
I just simply moved from like the farm till to my buddy Dusty's. I'm living in Leduc now, which is south of Edmonton. You know, like
Alberta,
Edmonton others. Yeah. But
Alberta.
yeah. But yeah, no. That's that's mostly where I am.
Um, I know I'm getting ahead of the chat here, but Old Man Bird wants to know if anyone's seen Snortopoopas Cuber. Hopefully, I haven't seen him around, but he tends to go to sleep kind of early or wake up in the middle of the night. So I don't know. I He might be hibernating, says Kronos.
Ha.
Are you still truck driving and all that?
Well, let's face it. I think I'm probably retired.
You're
Retired.
retired? That's great. Congratulations. I didn't know that was going to happen now.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
I forgot about something. Now I know.
it's. I had a couple of, shall we say, fender benders with boots, but then well,
Oh, not in a good way. Retired in a bad way.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I again, they're a fantastic company and all that, but like, it just kind of they weren't big fender benders, but like they were enough to like, well, enough that boots retired me, but uh, um,
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
it happens.
Ooh.
It happens. But I mean, like, I'll say this. I mean, like, I was just happy enough that, like,
Wow.
uh,
Look at Spidey. Great chopping over there.
yeah, no, yeah. But on the other hand, like, well, shit happens, you know, and like, I, I can't believe it though. Like, it's been like 18 goddamn years, and I've not had a big accident or anything, but like, uh, you know, it just happened. I'm like,
Lemon pie. I'm drinking water, and to prove it, I'll pour some out. I'm drinking water. I wouldn't do that with booze. It's water.
That's true. That would be wasteful.
It
yeah.
would be disrespectful. It would be disrespect. Ooh, now what's the panel's opinion on crab cakes? Love them.
Yeah, they're good. I like the crabs. I just like the
I've
crab in general. I like crab in my sushi.
I've never tried them.
Crab cakes, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kronos, but I believe they have mayonnaise, celery, and onion and potatoes in the ones I have had. It really just eats the butter and the bread. Main girl, really? Come on. Sashi says, "How do you know about large bugs? I live near. How do I know about the large bugs? I live near the equator." That is confirmed, Sashi. That is confirmed. Absolutely. The closer you are to the equator, the bigger the bugs get. In my personal experience, I absolutely can confirm that. Whole lobster is too much work. Tails for the win. Okay, you're right. In 2 hours, you will eat 2 whole lobsters if you do it properly. It takes a lot of work. You're not wrong. You can't eat mosquitoes. Well, and you know, I tried to. I've tried to more than once because my hands were full and they were trying to fly around. I did try to eat one. Are you main girl? Oh my goodness! Wow, the whoopie pie is where it's at. Screw the lobster. Holy shit! You're gonna get kicked out of Maine for saying that. You can't live in Maine and say that shit. Don't let your friends see you say that shit.
Hey, Spidey, can you give me a few minutes? I've got to go order some pizza.
That's a great idea. Yes, please. You know where I live. Can you order me
Excellent.
one too, please?
No,
No, they won't come.
Party of
They
pizza.
they don't deliver here.
Oh, wow, 14 people here. Wow, awesome.
Well,
Okay, listen, I'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes.
support
Shouldn't
lobsters.
Okay, shouldn't be too long.
All right, Rod. Hey, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Support
I'll be back.
lobsters.
I promise.
I had I
Your
yeah.
service
See you soon.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, Joe. See you in a few.
Yeah, Rod has the key. He can come and go.
He can come in and out as he pleases.
Old man birds. And Jill, I would give you that and Tony Stark and a bunch, but I can only give it to one person, which sucks.
Yeah, I know. They make you pay for more, and that's too much money. So I understand.
It is. Old man bird says your service crustaceans. Yes, there you go. Human, someone is a nerd. Yeah, Kronos, absolutely. Where's
Oh yeah.
Sort of Poopus? Ooh.
Apparently, he was on Dad Man's yesterday, so he's
Okay.
probably fine. He's just sleeping.
Okay,
sleepy bear.
we've seen. He's sleeping. He probably is hibernating. All right, let's get through that. Spidey, you also need to know. I don't know if you know. I didn't know. No, now you know. Okay. No, see, I'm not. I don't have any intention of being hip. I'll just no. The thermosol.
I just learned
Forget about
abbreviations on accident. It's just like, oh no, I know exactly what that is.
Okay, Jill, can you read and explain this from our friend Sashi?
As long as you're not using an RTG to keep warm, an RTG is a radio isotope thermo electric generator.
Sounds like you'd die of radiation poisoning, Sashi.
Right. Radio isotope. Yeah, that's a good guess.
And yeah, main girl says William schooling us all. Love it. Main girl. I don't know if you're familiar with William Shakespeare, but yeah, he's
okay.
He learns us a lot.
So these generators are used in space missions, and they are powered by radioactive an isotope, typically plutonium-238, and thermocouples to produce electricity.
Chrono says, if it wasn't for family, I would move. That, see, some people move because of their family. That's a joke.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Jill, do you mind reading this, please?
AJ Star Hiker says, my parents have an old revolver that belonged to a great uncle. Little thing, maybe 22?
Yeah.
I kind of want to bring it in to find out for sure.
Absolutely. And if you can do it without the government knowing, I highly recommend that. And YouTube, if you want to strike my channel, go friggin' ahead.
No, they won't strike you for talking about it. They strike you for showing it. They're showing that we're live. We're on the
We
stream.
are. Yeah. Well, they attacked Rancor Steve, as I'm sure you know, Jill, because you popped in the stream there for a bit, for showing the axe and the chainsaw, which I've demonstrated multiple times again tonight. So
I
it just
can't
shows
believe
you,
for a chainsaw. That's so silly.
right? Well, he thinks someone might have been. Yeah. Really, Sashi never had crab cakes. I don't know if they'd still be frozen by the time I sent them to you, bud. I don't know if I can do that. Alaskan king crab legs are tasty but too pricey. Agreed. The last ones I had were in Nova Scotia, in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Jill, you've heard of Halifax?
I've heard of it because of knowing Canadian YouTubers, but I've never been there.
Yeah. Well, it's a magnificent oceanside town. It's not very big, and it has some of the best seafood restaurants in the world, in my experience. The Five Fishermen restaurant. Shout out to you guys. I hope you're still in business. Probably the best seafood restaurant I've ever been on to anywhere on the planet. And they had Alaskan king crab legs. And I was trying to impress a girl, and I bought like a $200 platter. It arrived in, the seashell it was a boat. It's a wooden boat with a giant seashell, and it had everything you can imagine. And there was two of us, and the waiter was looking at me like, you're a freaking idiot. So, yes, I am, and I'm going to eat all of it. And I think we ended up staying an hour past closing time and tipping them all like $100 each. Like, it was crazy. It was back when I used to make money doing roofing.
Make money and make girls happy.
Those days are long gone.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I know. I
Good
don't have
a little bit
I
of
don't have the
everything.
patience for dating anymore, Jill. I just don't have the patience for dating. But yeah, it was great. We had a great time. The staff was fantastic. The Five Fishermen. I really hope they're still in business in Halifax. I recommend it, Jill. And if you go to the Alexander Keith's Brewery, this might be for your husband. They do a brewery tour, all in period costumes from the 1800s. And they talk in the 1800s, and they have everything from the 1800s because that's when the brewery was founded. And it's
that really sounds fun.
It's almost more of a history tour than it is a brewery tour. So, right in Halifax, yeah.
Looks like that. It looks like the Five Fishermen is still open.
Ooh. And William Shakespeare says, "Bet Spidey, it's legit to pour out a little booze when paying respects to loved ones we've lost. Gotta call out their name, though. Yes, I poured a little bit. Yes, I poured out a fair bit, just so you knew it wasn't booze. But that is true. Is that a Scottish thing, William Shakespeare? I'm not sure. Also like shrimps. Jill, can you see this to read from our friend AJ Starhiker?
AJ Starhiker in the chat says, was at a street fair a couple of weeks ago. One of the food trucks had crab cakes. Was tasty.
Mm-hmm. With mayonnaise. And, okay. Well, Jill, can you, who can do a better New England accent, me or you? Because I grew up next to New England.
You probably do better. Clam chowder.
Ooh, that's okay. That's not bad. Clam chowder.
The only reason I could do it is because Kronos spelled it phonetically.
Oh yeah, that sounds like from a Simpsons episode. Or 10 chicken nuggies in the halftime. Chicken nuggies? No, because that's so I can't eat chicken nuggies anymore. Man, girl. The sit-ups and push-ups required. I'm not gonna eat them anymore. Maybe after a few beers, who knows? But great minds think alike.
This is true. Fried foods are kind of dangerous.
I do what I want, Spidey, says main girl. Good. We all should. As long as we don't upset our neighbors. That's the one rule here. You can do anything here, but just don't piss off your neighbors, because everyone owns a shotgun. I'll say it in the damn town square. That's exactly the right to do it. Jesus, during the trucker protest, the convoy to Ottawa, I used to grab the fuck Trudeau flag that I have and run it around around my village, around where I live, up and down the streets, just for that reason. Because fuck Trudeau, and I
Very
did
good.
say it in the damn town square. There you go. I like that. And so, Jill, um, do you have? Because right now I'm still allowed to have bonfires.
Mhm.
Maybe a few more days, or maybe a week or two. How about where you are? Are you allowed to have fires? And what's the fire
Yes.
situation?
Yeah, they you can have fires in Texas generally whenever you want, and there are some times where they have burn bans because the land is too dry or they're afraid of that, but most of the time, yeah, you can have fires. You can
Yeah.
have fires on the beach. I like doing
Okay.
that since I live
Okay.
next to the
Good.
beach. Yeah.
Because apparently in California you can't have fires on the beach anymore, which is sad.
Boo. I guess
Yeah.
it depends if it's like a private place and they say no, but I've never encountered that.
I did not know Rock Lobster was a song by
It
the.
is.
Wow. Okay. I did not know that. By the B-52s. Cool. I could make joke. Yeah, Kronos, you're hilarious. Actually, you are a funny son of a gun. And do you mind reading this from Maine Girl?
It's my first time here. I don't know most of these lovely people yet. Well, check out my channel, Mean Girl. I talk about lots of fun stuff,
I,
sci-fi and other movies and things.
yes, uh, absolutely. Main Girl, please check out Anti Derivative Jill. You stream at least, I don't know, 3, 4 times a week now. At least.
Guaranteed 2, but if I do more, it's probably because I just want to play a game or something, or I'm gonna play a game this Saturday, so I'll be streaming 3 times this week.
Where and the last stream I was listening, and it was hilarious. Scotty says, "Well, because you asked him, he was playing the part of a girl to read the lines, and Scotty says, "Well, the only girl accent impression I can do is a valley. Is that okay?" And he said, "Yeah, do a valley girl." Jill, I was rolling on the floor laughing while I was trying to cook breakfast. It was hilarious.
Oh, man, I didn't know it was that good. Sometimes Scotty and I go and we don't know what's entertaining or not. Thank
That
you.
it was so funny. It was awesome. Still sub to the Dad Man couple. Nice. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
fun.
me too, me
I
too.
like those
Yeah, they
guys.
are. Yeah, they play lots of games and stuff.
Hmm. Oh, Sashi says I see Snortapoopus all the time. He's frequently there on Mrs. Dadman's channel, which I do drop into Mrs. Dadman's channel. I'm always there recommending Malaysian food. It's our main draw for tourists. Well, and your mountains, Sashi. I know. I know. You've got a couple of volcanic mountains that I will climb one of these days. If I have to crawl up the damn thing. And your food is fantastic. I haven't been to Malaysia, but it's on the list, Joe. That is one of the list.
Malaysia.
That Malaysia, Greece, Egypt, the Philippines. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Soon.
I gotta get to traveling outside of the US. I've traveled a bunch in the US, but not outside of it.
Well, you know what? I didn't start traveling until I was a
I
little
need
bit older, so you still have lots to go, Jill. And
yeah,
main girl
I need
too.
a passport. That's the
You do
first
need
step.
a passport. See, Canadians nowadays always have our passports because of our government, just in case. I've noticed that our passport uptake is doubled since our government has become communist. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Hit me, Kronos, says Main Girl 207. I'm only here because Spidey had me dying laughing the other day. Are you the funnier one? Probably he is. He is actually quite funny. Hit me, you're the best shot. Fire away, says Kronos. Classic. This is a great song. All right. Fire's still snapping. Did Rod go to Cuba? Rod's been to Cuba several times. We've done a live stream on Cuba, actually. Money for nothing, your chicks for free, Mark Knopfler. You're darn right. How do you install a microwave oven? Well, there's three. Funny you should ask, Kronos. because there's 3 bolts that hold it from the top, 2 at the back and 1 in the middle. And then the power cord goes up through the hole in the top and plugs into the wall. Done it many times. That's all you need to do. If it has a self-venting. Some of the vents fit up on the top platform. I worked in a hotel.
Oh, sorry about that.
We had 300 of them. We had 300 microwaves. One of them was always dying. Sashi, do you mind reading Sashi's comment, Jill, while I throw some more wood on the fire, if that's okay?
Kronos, RTGs are a major issue after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Some villagers found them and used them as a heat source. Not a good idea. Oh no, that's terrible news.
That's terrible. Just buy them. Hello, Classic Comics. Good to see you.
Hi, Classic Comics.
And it was The Simpsons. You got it. The chowder. You got it. It was the chowder.
Okay.
Oh, Spidey, don't say that. What did I... You know, I can't be held responsible for what I say, man, girl.
I don't know what you even said that was wrong.
No, I think that might have been I was threatening YouTube to take a hike. to
That sounds about right. You should have heard some of the things you said the other night on Saturday.
Oh, yes.
It was worse.
Yeah, I think I deleted that stream, Jill. I don't know.
You did. It's fair enough. It was. I'm glad I was there. It was a rockin' party.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was a little bit over the top, even for my tastes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were basically yelling the entire time.
Yeah. Well, see, yeah. You know what? I've learned something. The malt liquor, malt beer. That was a night of malt beer. It's called Iron Horse, and I can no longer have malt liquor. Yeah, I've decided that because malt liquor and whiskey are bad. Tequila, sake, and rum are good. Gin is bad. Yeah, I'm learning slowly.
But yeah, moderation is the key to anything.
I think so. Oh, I gotta watch that protest live stream on YouTube. Absolutely. Oh, the trucker protest.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're darn right.
That's a good protest. I thought
that close. My neighborhood, when the police started beating people with the horse and trampling over that woman and the guy, everyone forgets about the guy, but there was 2 people trampled by horses. Not 1, 2. When they started doing that, I told my employer, I think I have to go to Ottawa. A bunch of us started getting up plans to start getting shit done and to go like within a day, and it was all over. But yeah, it was bad shit. And if that ever happens again, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We didn't start the fire. No, I started the fire.
It was always burning since the world
We didn't start the fire.
And there's Jill's channel. Please, friends, sub to Anti-Derivative Jill if you like entertainment, if you like light-hearted, optimistic commentary on science fiction and science in general, and just philosophy.
Yeah, come hang out and let's chat about stuff. I always have such a great communications in the chat. I love to read what everybody has to say.
Mm-hmm. That sounded really bad. Well, I don't know what you. Well, which one, Kronos?
Oh,
which one?
I thought you were talking to me, but you were reading Kronos.
Yeah, who knows? I miss his polar bear jokes. It was funnier when you said polar beet jokes. So
well, he would have been all over the crab discussion. He would like the snow crabs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Miskatonic Madman is too busy making donuts to catch your streams, but he does know that. And we barely have a... Yeah,
I appreciate that, Miskatonic.
We have a huge government. Our government has grown. Our government has grown 25% in 10 years, Rod, or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Believe it or not, yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Rod, do you mind? Can you read this from Sashi if you can see it?
Yeah. Sashi, my 100th my 100th. I was going to say survival. No. Anyway, my 100th. What do you call it? Who has?
Describe it.
Yeah, on my channel. Yeah. Anyway, Sashi says almost all travel vlogs on Malaysia are about our food. Yes, I totally agree with that. It's great stuff. I 100% like, man, like they have fantastic food there.
Yep. Absolutely. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, Rod? What food? And I'll ask Jill too. I only know of, I think, peanut satay as Malaysian. And I know they have a lot of milk desserts, similar to Filipinos.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Sashi will correct me. And I also believe their diet is quite meat intensive. Not quite to the extent of the Germans or the Polish, but
Yeah.
Rod? What do you know about the Malaysian?
I honestly, I know nothing. I know nothing. But
Okay.
like, I get it though. Like, I've heard enough about them that like, it's yeah.
Jill, what do you know about Malaysian food?
Nothing, but I have the internet. It looks like they incorporate some Indian flavors and
Nice. Yeah.
and also, of course, rice and
Okay,
what
cool.
else is in here? Curry? Yeah. So that's more Indian
Oh,
stuff. Kaya
yeah.
toast?
Malaysian
What?
curry.
I don't know. Do you know what kaya toast is? It's some kind of coconut-based spread. Oh, I don't really like coconut.
Okay, well, Sachi says, yeah, we use a lot of coconut milk. I figured as much.
Yeah, they put the coconut in the rice too.
I think you put the lime in the coconut.
There it is.
I think that's what you do. William
Yeah.
Shakespeare says, you can have fires in Los Angeles, no problems. They just do it right in the middle of the streets. Lately, they've been burning those Waymo self-drive cars for firewood. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh no, those are the bad rights.
Yes, those are the, yeah.
Not good rights. It looks like they have a lot of kind of noodle soup, spicy and sour noodle soup that looks yummy. I'm just looking at this now.
Ooh. Rod, do you mind reading this, please, from AJ Starhiker?
Yeah. AJ Starhiker says, we had a huge fire pit in my backyard as a kid. One of the one of the trees that needed to be removed. Dad burned out the stump, and it became where we piled the dead wood to burn.
Nice. So you burn out the stump.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. I want my MTV. There's no apostrophe in want, Carlos. You know that. Lemon Pie says, did Rod go to Cuba just now when he left the stream? I don't think he would have. Do you have a transporter that we're not aware of, Rod? Did the villagers find any demon cores? There were no demon cores. No. This is an acronym for what? What's an MTV? Is music television. LOL is laugh out loud. CSM is Canadian Spider-Man. Those are all the acronyms I'm aware of.
Maybe
and Shrubby! Hey, buddy. Swift -1. Welcome to you. Welcome to
G.
It's Courtney's Fellowship. Hello and welcome to the stream.
Oh, hi. I didn't even realize what picture was on there.
This is the first bonfire stream you've been to. Welcome.
I know. I'm usually in the chat. Are you? Where are you at the moment?
Hey, Spidey.
Right in the Okanagan in British Columbia. In my backyard.
Okay, so I've seen you in that place before, like 4 years ago, probably.
Hey,
Yeah,
Spidey,
I'm in my
I
backyard.
promise I'm going to be out there like someday soon, like real soon. Like,
Awesome. I hope so,
Yeah.
Rod. I've been meaning to message you more, but I've been just busy as shit.
no, I get it totally, man.
Courtney, welcome.
Yes.
Totally
And
get it, brother.
thank you for joining us. We're just having a little bonfire, and as you know, I'm not monetized, so don't worry about whatever words you fucking say. You can say Nazi, whatever you want.
Yeah,
we
I
have-
don't usually say that on these
Yeah,
streams
okay.
anyway.
The
So.
only rules we have is just the normal rules. But yeah, thank you for being here. Wonderful.
Of course. Did I hear you talking about Malaysian food? Is that was the last thing I heard? Am I way past that now?
Yes, dude. What do you know about Malaysian food? I've never been there.
It's like a fusion of foods. It's like I know it's like a blend of like almost like Indian and Chinese, and
Oh,
there's
Nice.
there's Chinese and Indian influences in it. That's basically what I know about it. But it's basically
I'm
a
seeing
fusion
it,
food. I
yeah.
don't think there is like a just set type of like
Sorry, I disappeared for a second.
you
I've
did.
seen a lot of fish and soup dishes, so this is I'd
Mm.
probably enjoy it.
I think so. Yeah.
Hang on, Empire.
Take this.
Oh, and hi,
busted-
Jill. Sorry.
Right.
And
Yeah, hello.
who else is here? I
Oh,
don't see the
lemon
name.
pie. Nice.
Oh, is
Well,
that Lemon
it-
Pie live? No, I'm saying
Yeah,
who's on the
lemon
panel?
pie is in the chat.
I was asking who's on the panel. Sorry, I can't see the
Oh, okay.
can't-
Above
wow.
me is Rod Thunderheart.
Nice.
Oh, that's Rod. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a while either, Rod. How have you been?
Hey, folks.
Courtney, have you streamed with Rod before?
No, but I've seen him in the chats before.
Hey,
Rod,
nice.
Courtney was asking you, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty okay. I have my usual stuff going on, but I get through it. Can you guys hear me okay?
You are a little quiet.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna fix that.
I'm
I'm
fine.
gonna be home in like
Yeah.
2 minutes anyway.
Yeah,
and
you're
I'll
good.
switch to my regular setup. So
Well,
I'm,
thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Courtney, would you mind?
Yeah.
Can you see the chat? Do you mind reading this from our friend Old Man Bird?
okay, hold on. It says I thought about inviting Scotty, R37, and Spidey to Universal Studios, but my wife decided not to live for August. What?
What does that mean? Not to live?
What?
What do you
Old
mean
Man
your
Bird?
wife is- what?
Did she pass away?
What?
I hope not. I don't understand that.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow,
I hope
mate!
not
I shouldn't
too.
have put that. I
That's
should read
possibly
these
get it,
before
yeah.
I put them on the screen. Obviously, I know
If
this.
Is
that's the
everything
case-
okay?
Yeah, I hope it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go ahead and
Small
tell a
Time
funny
Republic.
story about Universal Studios that you wouldn't want to go anyway, but I don't know
Please
now.
go
Now I
ahead.
feel all weird.
Please go ahead.
No, you can continue on because I don't
Yeah.
want to. I don't know what's going on with that, so I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean? I don't want to
Okay.
make it like
No,
I'll find
Oh,
out.
and-
I'll tell the story if I find out that meant something different than what I think it did.
and I want to say hello and welcome to Small Time Republic is here as well. So thank you for being here. And Swift -1, as I mentioned,
Hi,
he was
Small
here. Old Man Bird says, I thought about offering
Maybe.
inviting. Yeah, that's. But my wife isn't going on vacation in August as planned. Okay, she's not planning on.
Oh,
Yeah, she's not going away.
He's okay.
Okay. It's not that she wasn't
you
planning
didn't
on
read it wrong.
living.
He
leaving.
retyped it because of the
He meant
typo.
leaving.
Buster.
Okay, leaving.
oh my goodness. It's okay.
You're my Buster
So
Cat.
Jesus Christ, Old Man Bird. Holy
Studios.
fuck. Like,
I know
that's
you
a
had
pretty
me. I
big
was like,
fucking typo. That's a big
Kinda
typo,
is.
dude. She's not planning on leaving, not living. Fuck me.
I thought I read it wrong for a second, and I'm like, oh god.
No.
I like that. That would be something she's scheduling in August. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, and Co-Radical is saying hello. Hi, Co-Radical.
Oh, hey,
And
I know that person. That's my friend.
yes, and they said hello to you, and I've made them a moderator, although there's no
hello.
responsibilities for that.
You make everybody a goddamn moderator.
I want to make everyone a moderator. I like equality. Rod, I like
That's
equality.
hilarious.
I don't like authority. Everyone knows I don't like authority.
I don't either.
No,
Rod,
I get it.
do you mind reading Sashi, please?
Me?
Oh,
Or,
me?
oh, him. Okay, go ahead.
Sashi says, Kaya is a coconut spread. Nazi lemak is rice cooked in coconut milk, served with fried anchovies, peanuts, cucumber, and sambal, which is a chili paste. Huh. Wow.
Okay,
That sounds
Sashi,
like a good combo.
I'm
You
going
have
to,
me
Yeah.
at chili paste.
right? I'm going to
Yeah.
put my address in the chat, and you please send me some to this address. None.
Yes, please do. I
would
would
love-
love that. Yes, absolutely.
Right? I need a post box. Anchovies on pizza is good with garlic and extra cheese and pineapple. Agreed. Township. Oh, Cubas in Minnesota.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with that.
Ooh. All right. And let's keep going through the chat. Wow, we have 20 people watching live. Thank you so much for being here.
20?
We
Jesus
have 20.
Christ! Really?
Well,
Fuck! Holy crap!
it's a
Thanks,
fine-
guys. I really appreciate. Well, we really appreciate that. That's amazing.
I know. Thank you so much for being here, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We've got a couple of wonderful people on the chat. We have a fire going. It's not surprising.
Yeah.
Lemon
That's
Pie in the chat says sometimes my
incredible.
jokes are such inside jokes that I'm the only one who laughs at it. And you know what, Lemon Pie? That's still okay.
I usually laugh
okay.
because he's usually joking on my on my behalf when he's in some that time.
He
Can
was,
say
he was
fuck
on
here,
my
yeah,
screen earlier. Yeah, you can, Cronus.
Yeah, you can.
Shut
Kronos.
the front door.
I'm not monetized.
We-
You can say whatever. I'm not a big fan of censorship.
Shut the front door.
I'm not a big fan of censor. As long as people are respectful of each other. No, I mean we're adults. Why would you want to censor? Why would you want to censor a free-thinking adult individual?
Yes, I agree.
Right? I have a big fucking problem with that, and I whip
100%.
whoever the owner of YouTube is. I'll go right to your face, chin to chin, buddy, chin to chin. I've got a big problem with that.
The problem is some of the censors on YouTube are now pretend artificial intelligences.
Well,
No, exactly. Jill got it right there. Right there.
Yep, there you go. But we're still gonna be humans. Will always be smarter than them because we're unpredictable. We are like herding cats.
Yeah.
Courtney, have you changed your Lemon Pie? Thinks you've changed your avatar.
Yeah, I didn't mean.
Yeah.
I think that was on. I think I had that on because another
Yeah.
YouTuber thinks it's a really creepy picture, but it's one of these Blythe dolls from like the '60s that I've always wanted, and they're ridiculously hard to find and really expensive. But I had it up
Yeah.
to creep my friend out, and I'm gonna put it back.
No,
to what I
totally.
Now, I think.
Hi, Tiger Stripes.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, Tiger
I
Stripes.
actually, okay, Courtney, here's where I admit something that will weird out all the guys. I collect dolls. And you can you can get a Blythe if you want one. I mean, you know, not an original Blythe, but they make reproductions. And you can even get an OOAK where somebody takes it and, you know, alters it
Yeah.
a little bit, changes
They
it, repaints
I didn't know they
it,
made
carves it.
reproductions.
Oh yes, oh yeah. They're eBay's lousy with them, and they're very inexpensive.
Oh,
you-
that's really good to know because they don't
can
have to
have
be the
one.
original for me, you
well, then
know?
there you go. You can have as many as
Yeah.
you want. They're very reasonable.
Yeah, I really have like a fondness for those dolls, and then I collect a lot of big-eyed art from the '60s, like
Yeah, sure.
Margaret Keane and
Yeah, Keen.
then Gig and Lee. Gig did like the the pity kitties with the big eyes. You know, he
Sure.
just started doing the animals. I have one of them
Absolutely.
actually tattooed
Yeah.
on me.
Oh,
A
that's
pity
cool.
kitty. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I
So I
just
like all
bought a
that stuff.
big-eyed doll this week.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
jealous.
funny. Yeah, yeah. You should be. She's a lonely Lisa. They're very difficult to get, and I got her for a song because she's kind of been taken apart. She's not completely original, but
Uh-huh.
I would have paid that much just for her head alone.
Buster.
That's so
Which one should
cool.
I get from my daughter?
A Blythe, because the eyes change, and that's a really fun feature.
Yeah.
And also the newer Blythes. I mean, the old Blythes had a body that was very simple, comparable to the body of Skipper, Barbie's little sister. But the
Yeah.
newer Blythes are BJDs. They're multi-jointed, so you can pose them. They have great posability.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh my God, I'm learning so much. That's really cool.
Oh, I'm a collector, so
That's
I
so
have this
Yeah.
cool.
massive head of knowledge that absolutely I almost never get to talk about. So thank you.
So you like talking? Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. I do
I
get that.
love it. Everybody loves to talk about what they collect and what they enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't met anyone else yet on YouTube that collects light dolls. So that's
Yeah,
very cool.
or who will admit to it. That's more likely, I
No.
think.
Yeah, exactly. Both. All the boys talk about their toys. Why not us?
Yes. Well,
I
I
got it
had
from Magachi.
when I first started collecting, I started telling friends about it, and every guy I ever met said, that's creepy," and I
Yeah.
always looked at them and said, "But if it was model trains, that would be really cool, wouldn't it?" And every guy I've ever met goes, "Yeah, that would be cool," and I'm like, "Then just think of them as model trains."
Exactly.
trains too.
Model trains, spaceships, all that stuff. It's the same thing.
Yes.
That is one thing I have to admit that like I left at at
I feel-
well
Fill up.
the farm.
Your
But
toys.
I had a
Your
really,
your childhood
really
toys?
nice
Hi.
model train set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back on the farm. But well, you know how it is. Like I
Yeah.
keep wanting to leave. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, I wanted to minimalize my life, and
That's wise.
yeah,
Because I have to deminimalize. I have to undo the things that I've done over the last 20
yes,
years.
exactly.
It's gonna be hard. Not impossible, just hard.
It happened
No,
to me
I'm with you.
not by choice. So that didn't make it easy,
Oh,
but
You
it was
have
like,
to.
Brittany, that's hard.
it's happened twice. Yeah. In 1998, I lost, like, if I think about my vinyl collection, because I used to collect vinyl since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh.
right.
And like when I think about what I lost in that fire, just vinyl wise, because it's back
Ugh.
now, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I could be rich.
I get it totally.
And then I lost everything again. And then when I got divorced, I just took barely nothing. And I've already
Oh.
I've
Yes.
accumulated a lot of stuff though, and it's been 2.5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to just quickly
It's
say
no
hello
fun,
to
but
What You Got Gameplay and Real Wade Nation
You got?
Gaming Clips. Hello and welcome.
Hi, really.
And Philip Gaming, hi. And Jeff C, hi. That
Hi,
was
Jeff.
a Cardinal Sin mug.
Jeff C.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
is
got
that what
the
you were
same one.
showing?
Yeah, I'm very jealous of that. I'm very jealous of your Cardinal.
Yeah,
Sin.
the
I-
store's not up anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I have the
Good.
sweetest clip. I clipped something when I was on a stream with him, and I actually
What was
look
that
at
about
it
Cardinal
from
Sin?
time to time
Oh,
because
nice.
it's like so nice. Like I left the stream and he was like, "She's so
Yeah.
cool," and I was it's like just admiring.
Oh yeah, he was the best. He was so supportive of everyone.
I talked about-
anyone he met.
Yep.
Yeah, I talked
Agreed.
about punk music with him a lot because he's
And-
being a punk
Oh, I
fan.
bet. Yeah.
Me too.
There you
Chrono.
go.
You showed me
Yep.
how rude the Rancid band members were.
Oh yeah, Rancid has they've changed a little bit now actually, but
It
All
might
right.
be nicer now. They're probably much
Yeah.
sweeter now that they're old.
they are
That
old.
ain't necessarily true.
Yeah.
Some people are rotten
Thank you.
forever.
Thank you, Lemon Pie.
That's
I
true
wish I could
also.
turn off the ring light. You know what? I can.
Nice. It
Oh,
is.
I see
It
it.
is.
I miss him.
But
That's
anyway,
a cool fucking mug, man.
that is,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's hard to get
no,
the
Cardinal
right.
said.
There's
Bless
so many
him.
people that we
Man.
miss.
There's a great picture of him too.
And may I just mention that for those of you that knew Cobburn Times, Cobby, on Thursday they're doing a stream. It's
Ooh.
like a year anniversary, I think, but they're gonna.
Really?
I don't know whose channel. I think it's on Mark D with the C's channel.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But
That's
Mark
right.
was talking
Outstanding.
about it Sunday night, so I know it's Thursday, and it might be 6 p.m. I believe Eastern. But
No.
I'll have to double check about that. But it is you'll see posts on Twitter, or you could ask Mark for the actual
Fuck.
details.
Yes.
No,
The
Lemon,
stream
we're
is already
we're-
up. The stream is already up. In terms of, so I could double check on the time.
Oh, it
period
is.
right
Oh,
now.
it is there. Thank you, Jill. I didn't even realize that. That's easy enough then.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah, it'll
Uh,
be at. The time is 5 Central.
Okay.
Yeah, so 6 Eastern, and then
Excellent.
from 4 o'clock Mountain Time. That's fun.
And
The
I will
time that
be
people say
rolling.
doesn't
Outstanding.
I don't know how many people are going to be there, but I'm invited, so I will be there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for it yet. I got to come up with something. But
Outstanding.
here's my cardinal sin. I keep on my desk.
Yes.
Yeah.
A coin.
Fantastic.
Rod, do you mind reading? Oh, Jill, if you're going to be on camera, I'll put you big like me, but it's up to you.
No, it's okay. Even if I am on camera, you can keep me small.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the fires, I like the fire.
Brent,
Yeah, we'd love to see
Fire's
the
best.
fire.
Fire number 1.
Rod, do you mind reading this, please, from our friend Old Man Bert?
No. This is it. Brent Spiner, Brent Spinner, Data
Finer was
just lost everything in a Malibu, California fire. Oh, poor guy. He said that a famous poet said I'm pretty sure he said
Yeah.
that everyone should have a once. What?
I think he means like a famous poet said that everyone should have to lose everything once, like in their life.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Good.
that happened to Ringo Starr too.
thanks, Jill.
His house
Appreciate
burned
that.
down and he lost all of his Beatle memorabilia.
That was Courtney.
What?
Yeah, heartbreaking.
No,
That was
why
some
didn't you have
years,
that in
that
a
was some
fire?
years back.
Yeah, no.
Why
Totally.
would you have a fireproof safe? I mean, we have a fireproof safe.
I mean, some people have,
Yes,
whole
exactly,
rooms and
you know?
rooms full of memorabilia. Not, you can't put it all in a safe.
And a safe, even a fireproof safe, like in the situation of my fire, we were in an apartment complex in Boston in Kenmore Square, and the whole thing basically collapsed on the
Oh, my
inside. So there
God.
wasn't getting anything. But get this, probably about 5 or 6 years. No, yeah, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. I don't know how long it's been, but somebody brought up to my attention that there is a video of the fire that I was in of my apartment in 1998, and at the end of the video, you can actually see me and my boyfriend and my cat standing outside after we were rescued.
That's pretty cool.
And it was randomly on YouTube. It was like there are people called like fire chasers or something.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, but it shows the whole fire. Like, when I watched the video of it, it's like crazy because I didn't realize like all the sides of the building, like what was going on and stuff like that. We had to jump from our fire escape to the roof of the building next to us. We were on the top floor of an apartment.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Yes.
Oh my God, I was
Damn.
terrified. And then the firefighter was like, we're going to go down the ladder. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, I will pick you up and carry you.
Oh, wow.
But we ended up, I was about to go down they opened the top doors of the building next to us. And I ended up going down a stairwell into a McDonald's to get outside. So it was kind of nice.
Wow, that's very surreal.
Wow. What an
It was very
adventure.
It's like
surreal.
exit through the gift shop, exit through the
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Totally. And do you guys remember that show Real TV back in the day? It was kind of like just one of those shows. It's kind of like if you think of like Cops or any of those shows that show like real situations that happened, it was just one of those on like I don't know, Fox or something. But our fire was on real TV, and they used the clip from that video that's on YouTube of my ex boyfriend, well, my boyfriend in college, holding our cat, and they said like 63 people were left homeless, including their pets, and it's like zoomed into my cat because I rescued my cat.
Cat
Oh
is
no,
famous.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
funny.
no,
DJ.
Hi,
that's
DJ,
good
DJ.
play
hero
nice.
stuff.
There's the link.
Rescuing the cat.
Oh, the cat was
Wow.
in my. I didn't even. I would never, not to be crass, but I didn't even have a bra after that fire because it was in the middle of the night, and I had a tank top on, and he was a kitten. He was inside my tank top. I was scratched up like
Oh,
crazy,
oh, no, that's not good.
but he was not going to be staying there. Yeah,
For what
I
it's
was,
worth, we didn't wear them in the 70s
yeah,
at all.
my mom. I don't think my mom did for a while, but she didn't need to.
It came back around again, but yeah, nobody wore them in the 70s.
Let them be free.
These things come and go out of fashion.
Oh, I was going to read the chat, but I'm waiting for
And
For Spidey. Well, yeah, because Spidey steps away to chop some wood every once in a while.
Do you like chopping wood?
that I love it. I do it almost every day. Greek letters. No, cats don't make yummy stew. I don't think so.
No.
Nah,
I
nothing
definitely
that small is really much worth eating. I mean,
No,
you can
I
if
don't
you're
think
hungry
so.
enough, but there's so many of those tiny little bones.
That
That's
just made me
We
think of the
just
movie
have-
Gummo. For some reason.
exactly. Yeah,
Um,
and no, I am just drinking water now, but I had 4 or 5 beers earlier, so and we do have the old
4 or 5 beers?
rolling, the
Like,
silver
really?
tray rolling doobie tray. So I do have a silver platter for doobies.
I love that you called it a doobie.
That's,
I have hippie parents, so doobie was always the term.
okay. Oh shit, Jill, can you read this in a funny way? Do you think?
Anyway, I don't know. Can I read it in a funny way? Why do I feel like someone is going to
Fine.
announce a quest and Canadian Spider-Man is going to declare, "You have my axe."
That's awesome. Well,
Super
my
Gimli.
friends were here last stream. Not here. Yeah, it's empty tonight. But Jill, you remember I had a couple of friends here the other night. That got a little out of hand.
That was a
They-
wild party. I was so glad I was there for that. That was so fun. It was nuts.
I think I'm happy. I don't remember most of it. Maybe you can tell me about it later.
Yeah. I could say I have no idea what Tiger Shark said in the chat, but she retracted it and then she was gone.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, it's-
I barely remember. There's probably
Yeah.
something cutting. I always regret saying things cutting. And
Canadian
yeah.
that's
Spider-Man has gotten wild around his fire before.
well, it's
Well, what
gotten
happened-
more
I don't want to
tame.
bring up certain things, but I was part of trying to find someone. One
Well,
time.
what happened this time? He didn't get stuck in the snow alone this time. What happened
No.
this time was an entire block party happened, and he was way too drunk when he started.
Oh,
the stream.
fun!
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was so fun.
Yeah, that
It
night was
was.
terrifying, though. We were so worried about you. Oh my gosh!
But that's why I'm not monetized and I'm not professional, Joe.
I don't ever want to
I
be
don't think I've had to
monetized.
delete a stream yet.
No.
Private streams.
Yeah. I deleted the longer one, but the short one's still up there, and I think the 5-minute video gives you a good idea of what went on. It was a little crazy. But
When
you
I
know,
had my go
that
ahead.
happens. That happens here. It really does. And I can't
Well, I
wait till Rod comes and visits, and I'll probably get insurance on the place.
Where'd Rod go? Did he have to go somewhere?
I think
Oh,
he's
hey.
getting his pizza because he ordered a
all
pizza.
right. Okay.
And I want to say hello to DJ Play Nice. Welcome.
Rock, how you doing, CSM? Thanks for hosting.
Wow, you have a radio voice.
DJ.
Name
Always
probably.
good to have you.
Right on, man.
Always good to have you. Thank you for being here.
So you've been rolling for a couple hours already?
1 hour and 20 minutes, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Right on. Well, sorry to be tardy to the party, but glad to be here nonetheless.
I'm happy to have you here. I said I had about 2 hours worth of firewood, and I'm just trying to have a last few bonfires before the fire ban comes on. Right?
Sure.
There
They
you
do
go.
that. They do that in Colorado a lot
Yes,
too.
and DJ, like you haven't heard this joke before, Kronos would like you to lower your voice.
I'm sure I could do that.
Oh dear. Let's
Oh,
see
it's already low to begin with.
Amazing.
That's
It's amazing.
No.
It's pretty good the way it is. Don't just accommodate somebody just to accommodate them. I worry about the vocal fry.
Indeed. Let's see. I think I've got most of them. Trying to keep up. I'm doing better. The last few streams, I'm trying to. Although the drunk stream, the last stream, I probably didn't keep up with the chat very much.
Don't worry about it. I read the good ones. But I
Okay.
mean,
Yes,
it's gone
yes,
now unless you downloaded it to your computer.
It was. No, I don't. You know what, Jill? Not a single live stream on anything I've ever done is downloaded to my computer, and I don't know how to do that, but I should probably learn. No,
I
none
don't
of my
know
live.
either. And I bet I bought an external drive specifically for that, like an
It's
external hard
called
drive.
so you guys. It's called a product. It's a software called Stasher,
Is it free?
and it's free. It's free. Yeah, it's free.
Ooh.
Oh, so I don't need
Stasher.
I
Exactly.
don't need
I'll
to
have to
do
go
it
look
to
for
like
it
an
right now.
external drive. Because I'm so
I-
afraid that I'm not going to be able to afford StreamYard, and then I'm going to lose all my old
Yep.
like late night John shows and stuff like that, and those were like precious to me. So.
Lemon, I'm not going to read that because that's embarrassing, but Lemon, thank you, man. I appreciate your sentiment. Thank you so
You
much.
are. It's true. I'll read it. Canadian Spider-Man is a very awesome, friendly, interesting
Thank
person.
you.
Something, something, something. I have to get the rest. And we all love him.
Oh dear, I'm a fire starter. Wicked fire. Are you Courtney? You know Co-Radical, right? Or you
Yes,
know?
I do. No, I know him in person. Yes, in real life.
They have the ability of fire.
I don't know. Maybe in Minecraft. I don't know. I have no idea.
Actually, Jeff C, that is holy shit. Are you listening on my phone, Jeff C? Because he says, I'm wondering if CSM will hunt down and barbecue a moose in that fire.
Be careful.
Jeff C, how did you know that I was just accepted for the moose draw and I've got a moose license this fall? How did you
That's
know
incredible.
that? How did you? This is the first time in my life I've ever gone after a moose. I've never gone for the draw before, and I just got the email today, Jeff. Do you work for the Department of Natural Resources for British Columbia?
Well, congratulations, man. That's the hunt of a lifetime.
Moose are mean and scary. They scare me.
Well, I'm going to bring every gun and every knife I own.
Yeah, we had a situation when I lived up in the mountains in Steamboat Springs where a moose was like terrifying cars in traffic. Like it was messing with traffic. It was like running at cars.
Yeah.
And then another time when I worked at the high school, we couldn't leave. The teachers were stuck for like half an hour because in the teachers' parking lot there was a moose with her calves, and you cannot go near them. So we had to wait for them to like clear it all out. We're all just sitting there. We want to go home.
Did you say a moose with her cats?
Her calves.
Calves.
Oh, calves.
Calves.
Oh, calves makes
Sorry,
more sense.
calves. However you say it. Yeah. So when they have their babies with them, they're extremely like mean.
Yes, I get it.
DJ Play Nice, can I get you to read this? Because it'd be funny.
No, I'm the bad man. CSM.
So you don't work for the Department of Moose on the Loose. Actually, and I do politics on this channel because I do enjoy politics and I have experience. Moose on the Loose, if you are wondering about Canadian politics, you find the YouTuber, his real name is David. His channel is Moose on the Loose. You find that guy, and that is where you will get all the real news on Canadian politics, if you even give a shit. There you go. And Antidote of Jill, what is this you just dropped in there?
Okay, this is
Stasher.
the software Stasher that will let you download
Ah,
YouTube videos, any
I'm gonna
YouTube videos you
screenshot
like.
that.
thank you.
I went over and looked at it. I looked it up, and I have no idea. I mean, just the opening page, just their starting page. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I kind of scrolled through it and I'm like, I do not know what any of this means. I'm completely overwhelmed.
Really? There's just a button that says download for Windows and you click on it.
It's not that. It's like just the basic definition of it. A modern GUI for YTDLP. Okay, YTDLP YouTube download PS4.
Okay, YTGLP is
Player.
just the actual software. It's the actual programming,
You guys are speaking
the actual
Chinese.
code.
Exactly.
What that is just the code if you wanted to implement it yourself, because you could do this through the command prompt. But what I gave you was a GUI that does everything for you.
Okay, I do
And
not know what a GUI is, other than some
It's
type of clam.
it just means
Right.
instead of a command prompt, you get to click on stuff and you have buttons and things.
So
I
you
know
just
who to
navigate.
ask when I need help with
I know
anything.
Jill's like on top of it. She's so smart.
I know nothing.
GUI.
I remember typing class on actual typewriters. So
Yes,
Did that.
me too.
Yeah.
I regret
Oh my
not doing
God.
it. I will say that. I regret not
I
doing it.
saw the typewriters, but by the time I got to typing class, it was computers.
Oh,
So
on
the-
Selectric,
We were
I think I worked on,
typewriters.
but never just a
IBM Selectric.
manual.
What?
And
Yeah, but I
GUI
learned
stands for
late.
Graphical User Interface.
Thank you. Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. One more time. Graphical
Yes.
user interface. Now I've said
And
it
that's
three times.
GUI,
and-
a GUI,
And this
that makes
one,
sense.
it made it. This website does make it look more complicated than it is. You just put your URL in the thing, and then pick where it goes and download the video.
What does URL stand for?
Hmm.
I never knew what it stands for. Now. Something universal, something link.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know
I
that
knew
one.
once
I just
upon
know
a
it's kind of
time.
like the cell phone number for the website, except actually
Uniform.
the IP address is the cell phone number, and then DJ.
I'm just going to pipe in Uniform Resource Identifier. The L thing is a kind of
Oh,
a,
there you go.
it's not an L, it's actually an I in the definite in
Get
what it's
out.
referring to.
It's not
Yeah.
an L? Oh my God. Where am I? What world am I in?
Do you see what they still sell? Can anyone see what I'm showing? I don't know if you can, but
Big
it's,
League, Big League Bubblegum.
yeah, is it backwards? I just realized it's backwards. Huh. It's mirrored somehow. There we go. They still make Big League Chew, I just noticed. I came into 7-Eleven on my way home.
And I
Remember
already
Hubba
have
Bubba?
to correct myself. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to correct myself, and I hate it when I'm wrong. But URL, because I went and looked it up because it didn't seem right, is Uniform Resource Locator.
Thank God. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that
Well,
does make sense.
My
I
brain
don't know
was
if
about to
saying it 3
explode.
times is going to help on that one, especially after I spoke with authority and then had to withdraw. Damn it.
That's the, you know,
I want to say it now.
Mandala effect.
Well, those first classes I did take on the IBM Selectric, so my frame of reference now is, like 40 years ago for some of that stuff. Damn.
I wish I'd learned in junior high when everybody
That's
else
Japanese.
Yes.
Whatever you just shown, that was Jap. Are you in Japan? It's Courtney.
No, but check this out.
The
You know how
7-Eleven.
Japan has all the different types of Kit Kats and stuff? They have them all here.
That's
Like
crazy.
That
here's
is-
chocolate orange.
What city are you in?
I'm in Colorado Springs.
That's so
this
unusual.
is strawberry brownie, it looks like, or something.
Ooh.
They've got a wafer black chocolate strawberry flavor. Yeah. And then down here, look, they've got Skittles,
Ooh.
all different
Skittles.
types. Crispy wafers. Yeah, it's pretty neat. They've got a whole bunch of stuff. All this is.
Wow. Holy crap.
Let's see. Oh, look, Pringles.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
That's so
Isn't that
cool.
cool? And Oreos.
That is so cool.
Oh, and this is the stuff that everyone's talking about on YouTube, isn't it? I mean, on TikTok or something.
Well, that sounds good. Is it like
It's like-
Nutella, only
I
pistachio?
don't know. I don't know if that's the same thing because they have the chocolate up front here. But look, they've got all these different cans with I don't know like all the characters, but I know that. Let's see.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that because every time I come in here, I think it's really cool.
So
That
so
is pretty nuts.
a can of Pringles is about $8 here.
Well, these ones are 7, but
Yeah.
I'm in
American.
Oh,
though,
look.
so 10 Canadian.
Fanta. And turn it around. Oh, that's what that is. Fanta.
Ooh,
Interesting.
very cool.
Oh, and Pepsi. Right? Trying
Yeah,
to figure
that's
out
a
what they
Pepsi
all are
logo.
now.
That is awesome.
Right? Pringles in Texas are $3.32.
I think the regular ones here are probably a lot cheaper because there's
Oh
another.
yeah, that's right, because they're
aisle.
imports. The $7 ones are imports. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you're always paying a premium in the 7-Eleven.
And then
That's
over
right.
here you get a
Convenience
lot
stores
of
are always double priced.
Oh,
like,
Radical says, Moose are badass. Yes, they are.
they're scary is what they are. Okay, I'm gonna take off my camera. So I just wanted to
Yep.
show you guys that. I thought it
That's
was neat.
neat.
No problemo. I'm gonna
I'm
switch
gonna
that
mute
back.
while I pay.
There we go.
Thank you for multitasking like that too. That was wild.
It's impressive.
That was
Uh,
fun, Courtney. Thank you.
ooh. Oh, shoot. Oh, there. Tiger Stripes, do you mind reading this from our friend?
I do mind. I do mind
Oh.
because I adore Pringles. Someone else
Oh,
will have
oh,
to
okay.
read it.
Yeah, I used to eat Pringles and I saw how they were made. No, I still eat Pringles. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You're right. I don't
Right,
wanna
I don't need to know how the magic happens.
That's right.
It's really just,
yeah.
I thought it was just potatoes, but
Oh, don't tell me. La 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 la. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
It's just
Now-
potatoes, Jill. It's
Now,
just potatoes.
there's 2 guys on YouTube who made a video of themselves making high fructose corn syrup in their kitchen. And that's fascinating. Everybody should watch that so that you can learn to avoid that particular ingredient in
been-
your food stuff.
yes, I've been avoiding HFCS forever. It's not simple sugar. It doesn't behave like regular sugar in your body. It's
But
not
it's an
good for you.
education watching them make it. And there's certain times where I do love the things that it's in, which is just terrible. I wish they would pull it all out, but
Yeah, I'm a sugar addict and I avoid HFCS.
I
much
do
as
I do
possible.
my best to, absolutely.
Okie dokie. They had the that weird chocolate I was talking about that is big on TikTok at the counter. It's like $34.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but if you look on
Nice.
TikTok, all these people are talking about it. It's like from now I can't remember where it's from. Dubai.
What is
From
it, like
Dubai.
gold
And it's
plated
like-
or something?
I have no clue. No clue. It's probably just some big
$34
like
for like a
scam. But
candy bar.
yes.
Well, sometimes fads are kind of a thing. Fads can be fun.
They can. I miss
And-
jelly
From-
bracelets as a fad.
Jelly bracelets.
Wearing them all up your arm in the 80s.
I used to wear black ones.
I did too.
Sure.
Me too.
Yay!
And the Corsair, hello and welcome. This is the first time that I've seen you here, so thank you for being here.
Hey.
Good.
So I'm
good.
curious, are all of the quick stores or 7-Elevens, whatever chain you're in now, are they all that progressive in your area, or is it one near campus?
Yes.
Or like,
Around here, I have found that the 7-Elevens are. Oh yeah, and actually, the Maverick, which used to be Come and Go, they're the same.
Do you have a neighborhood that's like a high Japanese population or something?
Well,
You know,
they have like
nearby?
Japanese, and they have a lot of Hispanic, like a Hispanic section of food. I don't know what you would call it, but like, Colorado Springs is a big Air Force town and Army town, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm not sure.
Okay, here's
but
a really stupid question. Is it in Colorado?
yes.
Yay!
I'm about I'm in like the northern part of Colorado Springs. I'm about like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where I go from Denver.
That sounds like
So-
a beautiful part of the world.
It was high. It was 90 degrees today, and last week or the week before, it was snowing.
Crazy.
Colorado for you.
That's cool.
But I used to live up in the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, like way up in northwest Colorado, in a ski tourist town. And that was, if you want to talk about weather, I mean, that was, we'd get stuck in town basically because they would close the pass when the weather got too bad.
Sure. That's exciting.
No. Well, it should be actually. I just said that I shouldn't have even said it that way. I was just kind of miserable towards the end of being there, so I
Well,
felt trapped when stuff like that
I do know
happened.
people who live in extreme weather. You know, people who live in the desert, people who live where it snows, and you know that kind of thing where at the wrong time of year, if you're outside and you're exposed in the weather for 90 minutes, it will kill you. That's that's some exciting living.
I'm pretty sure everyone. Well, I go up to Steamboat a lot, which is where I used to live because my ex-husband's there, and we share custody of the dog right now. So, but I still have like at all times in my car, I'm prepared for like anything. Like if I was stuck in the snow, I can't tell you, I've got everything.
That's cool.
I can live out of my car if I
That's
need
good.
to, because people
Excellent.
get lost a lot of times too. You know, it's like,
Oh, sure.
and they have to do a lot of like you get a lot of backcountry skiers that'll go and get trapped or something, and then they've got to do search and rescue with like helicopters and can't get out. But yeah, so I guess it is kind of like an exciting type of thing if you think about it that way. But shoveling becomes a huge hassle. When you can't open the door because there's so much snow, like that's how Steamboat was. It's like,
That's one of my favorite sayings. I like to say, I love the idea of snow, but I've never shoveled it.
What?
Oh, it's true.
Well,
I've never shoveled it.
well, I can afford you that opportunity as much as you want.
Yeah, me neither. I've never had to do that because in Texas, this particular place I live, I've had snow twice over the course of 20 years.
That's about
And we
every
just
10 years you get a good snow in Texas.
and
Wow.
it melts before we have to care about it being around.
Have you guys
Usually.
ever? I mean, obviously everyone knows what a snow shovel is. To our southern friends, do you know what a snow scoop is?
Is it different
It's
than
like
from
a
a snow
grain
shovel?
scoop, yeah.
Sorry, DJ.
If it's like a grain scoop, yeah, it's aluminum.
It's aluminum, and it's about that big, and it's wide,
Oh hell no,
and you just
that's way
and
bigger.
you just move. You don't shovel it. You slide. You push the snow
Oh,
to the
that
side,
sounds
And
better
when I
than
was
shoveling.
when I was working maintenance, and I had an assistant with me, Chris Gibbs. Shout out to Chris Gibbs, who's from near Melbourne, actually, in Australia. Awesome guy. And he'd never seen snow before because you were speaking of that. And I grabbed the shovel and I give him the snow scoop, and he looks at it for a minute. He looks up at me and he says, "How the fuck am I supposed to throw this over my shoulder?" No, Chris, that's, oh my goodness, you Australia. I
I
love
wouldn't have
you,
known
but
what that was. That's new to me.
you slide it. You push and you slide.
That's cool.
Push and
Yeah.
you slide.
We don't have them in those dimensions, at least I've never seen one quite that large, but the ones that are, say, wider, like 24 inches or wider, but I've never seen one much bigger than that. We just call them
Yeah.
pushers.
Well, they're deep. They're almost like I mean, 2 children fit in it, and we push them all around the yard.
That's cool.
you know what I always think is crazy is people that live in landlocked areas, like where I'm now, that have never seen the ocean or seen. You know what I mean? Like that always is so weird to me.
I live right on the ocean. I can drive just 30 minutes and I'm right there.
In Philly, I was about 45 minutes from Atlantic City, which isn't really where you want to go down the shore. Like we would go down to Wildwood or Ocean City, but
I lived in LA for
Indeed,
the
yeah.
longest time, and how many times
Oh.
did I go down to the beach? I probably need all my fingers and toes, but maybe not. Maybe just my fingers. Not that many times.
oh really?
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I'm about a 2.5 hour
Thank you
drive
for
away from the geographical center of the United States. So I'm
You are
as
landlocked.
about as landlocked as you get. But anytime I have the opportunity to touch ocean, I will. And if not, any body of moving water is great. A lake will work, and some of my friends have farm ponds, so a pond in a pinch will do. But yeah, being away from a water feature as large as an ocean is something that I wish I didn't have to deal with. But I do have the advantage of the Missouri River, which isn't much of an advantage at all.
I had the craziest experience in Missouri. That's just totally random. Misery, I called it. We got stuck there for like 5 or 6 days.
I gotta
Does
be right
anyone,
back, but that sounds like a good story.
does anyone remember that show Wayward Pines with Matt Dillon? I think was in it.
I remember watching it and enjoying it, but I don't remember much about it, I'm
It was like
afraid.
nobody could leave the town. It was like everyone was like just like no one
Yeah,
could
I
leave.
do
You know,
remember that. It was
that's how
good.
I felt when we got stranded in this town in Missouri, and it was like Concordia, I think is what it was called, and it was just so, it was the most bizarre. It was fun, I guess. Looking back,
No, being in a small town anywhere in the United States is a very specific feeling. It's a little creepy.
well, this
People in small towns are very insular, and they're sort of, and I think that might be true for the world, not just for the United States. And it's like us
Yeah.
and them. Inside,
Yeah.
you're either inside, and or you're an outsider.
Yeah.
And if you weren't born here, you don't belong. And they always kind of give you the hairy eyeball.
well, it was weird because we showed up. We were driving across the country, and the clutch went out, so we found a place right
Ooh, that's
in this
hard.
town, and so we were stuck for a little bit. So it was a Sunday, and nothing was open in this town. I think the town is known for having like the tallest cross in the U.S. It's like this gigantic, huge like cross.
Wow.
So we show up, and the only place that was open was one little. There was a hotel. We were the only people staying there until 2 days later when another person was there because their car broke down. So there was like all this was like out of a movie, and the owner of the hotel, I want to remember his name because it was funny. Oh, his name was like Herb something. He gave us business cards that he was running for president, and the pool looked like green slime. I mean, we were just in the like weirdest place, and the only thing open besides like in the town on Sunday was this little diner. Everyone had gone to church, and then they all go to this diner, and we went and we had something to eat, and then we went up to pay at the counter, and he said, "It's on us. You're going to be here a while." And that's when I was like, Wayward Pines, we're stuck here. Because I was so creeped out. We're like walking around this like totally abandoned town, it seems like. But yeah, that was my experience. But it was fun looking back. It was so weird. Everything was
That's very funny.
yeah. And it was only
Yeah.
because I'd seen that show. You know what I mean? So I was like associating that show with it 100%, which made it just
Sure.
even more like.
My mom grew up in small town Missouri, about an hour outside of St. Louis to the northwest, and the name of the motel there is the El Capitan, and it has rustic pine wood for walls and black and white televisions all the way into the 80s, and
Yep.
yeah, with like this old ancient couple that worked there kind of thing, and it smelled like bleach and I don't know, like old newspapers kind of
Did
thing.
it seem
But
haunted in any way?
I didn't vibe that. But yeah, my mom did. We didn't stay at my grandmother's house. We stayed at the motel there in town. So it was a trip every summer when we go down there.
That is
That's
very
cool, Dad.
surreal. Okay,
That's cool.
gotta ask, why didn't you stay with Grandma?
They didn't get along well enough for us to do that. I can remember
Wow.
doing it a few times when my brother was like a newborn kind of thing.
And yet you
but-
still went back. She still felt compelled to go back in the summer. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe some of it was the heritage thing, exposing us to things while we were there. We didn't do a hell of a lot with my grandmother either. It was
wow.
kind of like, well, my mom was a school teacher. We took driving vacations, and it was like an 8 hour ride to grandma's from where we
Oh, we
lived.
used to
And
do
so it was
that.
an inexpensive thing to do in the summer. We'd stop in Kansas City on the way down and get our yayas out at the theme park there, Worlds of Fun.
Kansas
And
City is interesting on both sides. Very
yeah, I'm digging it.
interesting. Um, we used to do that, the car ride. Like we even drove from I grew up in Philly. We drove to we didn't even go to Disney World. We went to MGM Studios when it first opened. But we drove there. That was like a 20-hour drive. The kids, four of us at the time, there was only four at the time, but we were in the back of the station wagon. My mom would put all the seats down and put all the luggage on top of the station wagon. And so we would have like a big bed, but really it was like we would just beat the crap out of each other the whole time. And then we also went every summer. It's similar to what you're saying. It was affordable to where my mom used to go when she was a kid. It was up in Maine, Bridgeton, Maine. I guess that's where Stephen King wrote Misery. That's what I just recently found out. But on Moose Pond, there were like these four cabins, and my mom used to go there when she was a kid, and it was the same owners, an old couple, and they used to rent my mom the cabin for $100 for the whole week. So that would be our like, and that was like a 10-hour drive up there. We were always in the car. I feel like
That would have been
I would
cool to
always be like,
catch the
"Can
heritage. That would have been cool to catch the heritage scene from your mom where she went when she was a kid. Hell
It
yeah.
was cool, and when the couple passed away, it was really sad. Like because they tore the cabins down. I mean, those cabins have been there forever, and they had the rec hall, like whatever.
Oh, that's
You
nice.
know, they had like a ping pong table in there, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
had canoes you could use to go out to the floating dock. Like it was just
Wow.
really old school, like kind of. I
Very
loved it.
old school. But
Yeah.
small, right?
Oh, very small. Yeah,
Yeah.
four
That's
cabins
very
and then a
cool.
main house, and then like a little I don't know, what do you call those? Like, is it a rec? Like just like a one room thing where
Yeah,
people,
like a rec room for
like
people
a
to go
game
to
room
to
or something.
eat,
Yeah,
get together and eat
yeah.
and cook.
And they had a ping
Yeah.
pong table in there, and then they had like all these board games. I don't know. There were no
Yeah.
TVs. So
Kind of like a summer camp situation, but small.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
It was a lot like my summer camp actually, which is funny.
Yeah, my family would take me and my mom and my brother and drop us off at my mom's, in my mom's hometown. Not every summer, but quite a few summers when I was a child. And it was a very small town in South Carolina, and generally I was pretty bored.
I read a lot of books. I remember, and I always ended up reading creepy books that were like stories about being in a cabin on a lake or something. I don't know how I ended up, but I just remember always like creeping myself out. But I also
I
I went to summer camp, and I went to summer camp actually with two people who became very famous. One of them being Claire Danes, and
Oh,
everyone thought we were
wow.
sisters. We were in the same cabin. We had the same like haircut and everything.
Sure.
And then the other one was Brendan Sexton the third, and he's not as well known, but well, he kind of is. He was in Empire Records. He was in like Welcome to the Dollhouse.
What's his
Um,
name again?
Brendan Sexton the third.
Any relation to Charlie?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. But I was close with Claire, and I'll never
Wow.
forget because my other friend from school that went to the same camp. It was just a YMCA camp in New Jersey, and it was right next. It was in Blairstown, New Jersey. So we were right next to where Camp Crystal Lake, like where they filmed Friday the 13th. They used to take us and like terrify us. But I remember it was like going into ninth grade, and I was sitting at my friend's house, and the TV guide was on the kitchen table, and it had My So-Called Life and a picture of Claire on the front. We were like, "Is that Claire? It looks so much like her." I just like blurted that out, and then we were like, "It is." And
Yeah.
we called her. We had her number and everything, so we called, and her dad answered her. Her dad said she's in L.A. with her mom filming, and I've never just spoken to her since. But,
Well, that's the way those kind of childhood relationships can go anyway.
mhm.
You were, 11 or 12 together?
We went. It was all through like middle school. I feel like.
Okay, 13,
Let me-
14.
No, probably 11, 12.
Yeah, yeah. You lose
Something like
your best girlfriends at 11 and 12. You don't really
Oh,
tend to.
I lost my best friends like from growing up, like in my early 20s or like college kind of.
Oh, that hurts.
Except for one. No, except for two.
Hmm. Yeah.
I just want to say hello to Rusty Rivers. Hello, my friend. Thank you for being here, Rusty Rivers.
It made me want to say Rusty from European
Yes.
Vacation.
Yeah. I don't know about the song Bleach. Is it
It's an
Nirvana
album.
album?
That was their
Okay.
first album, I
Nirvana.
think.
I was never into Nirvana. They were too druggy for me.
Oh, I thought I loved the music. Really loved the
Oh, I was
music.
always into the druggy bands, I guess.
I saw them on
Try
that
that
tour
with it.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I never got to see them. I
with
saw
about
Pearl
20
Jam, who I
other
was not
people.
very into.
Oh, that's
but
incredible.
Yeah. The name of the venue was the Lift Ticket, and it was this tiny little hat. Okay, so like an already narrow retail aisle in a downtown development. It's a small town that Omaha ate up. So it was in Benson, and so their downtown was built in the 20s. So they were kind of narrowish buildings as it was, and this was one of those where it was a shotgun building, and they only had one half of it. But it opened up towards the back a little bit where the stage was to about 2/3 of what the front width of the full building would have been. And yeah, all the punk bands, and there was like a really keen relationship with all the sub pop artists that would go out and smash towards Chicago. They would stop in and play. So
I'm a huge
it was
Mudhoney fan from Sub Pop
rock.
years. Like, well, they're still Sub Pop, but yeah. Were you
Is-
into punk rock?
Oh yeah,
Me too. Well, I still am. It wasn't just a phase, Mom.
Is the fire too loud? Is the fire
No.
oppressive?
not at all.
No, we can hear it, but it's
It's
lovely.
warming.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah, it's hot as heck. I'm about to. That's all the wood, though. That's all the wood I've pre-cut, so we are out of wood when this is
All
done.
right.
She's done.
um,
Jethro Tull song. Actually, I like Jethro Tull. And there was a question about Thailand. Does Thailand have good food? And it absolutely does have good food. The best things I've had in Thailand are glass noodle salad, which has avocado and it's spicy. Like put your toilet paper in the refrigerator, spicy, and then banana pancakes in the morning. And pad thai, of course, pad thai with the peanuts.
Oh,
and
pad
Thai's so
thai.
good. That's like
Nom nom nom.
one of my favorites.
yeah.
And
Don't
me
they say,
crab.
what is
I
it,
crab, you
Sawati
crab.
ka?
We all crab for me crab.
Isn't it Sawati ka, they say in Thailand as a greeting? Or is that thank you? Sawati ka. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
that's fantastic.
Going back to the Nirvana, and just really quick, I just wanted to say one more thing. Because I think DJ would appreciate it or get a kick out of it. I played, I filled in on bass in the year 2005 for a band that's a punk band named Fang. They've been around since probably like 1980.
Ooh.
And one of their songs, most people don't know of them because they were kind of more like, obscure, I guess, punk. But
It's a great name.
But Nirvana covered one of their songs. So did Mudhoney. So did the Butthole Surfers. So did it's on Master of Puppets. Metallica covered it, but
Meat
it's on
Puppet?
the extended version. Metallica. Master
Oh,
of Puppets.
Metallica did.
Yeah, on Master of Puppets, the extended version though. The song's
Okay.
called "The Money Will Roll Right In," but there's a great video on YouTube of Nirvana singing it, and it's just so cool to me because it's a very simple, bass line and whatnot, and I was playing bass for them, so I love like watching it.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, it was my like I didn't play with them for long, but I was the only girl to ever play in that band. They're still around, which is pretty cool. So
Super cool.
yeah, it was like at the time I was obsessed with that band. So like I always like obscure kind of, stuff that most people didn't know of. And yeah, it just kind of fell into my lap. I used to do a punk night in Philly, and Sammy Town walked in, that's the singer. And he said, someone told me to stop in here. It was like a Boston friend of mine. And it just kind of fell into my lap. It was pretty cool. So
That is, I just learned something tonight, and I was thinking, Jill, I wish I could ask
Yes.
Cardinal Sin about this because he was a big punk rocker. My brother just told me that the band DOA, they're a punk rock
DOA.
band.
Oh my God, yes.
You know
Dead
them?
on, yeah. It doesn't mean dead on arrival, does it?
Yes.
It means it.
Yeah, they're from Vancouver. Well, my brother
Yeah.
just told me, Jill, you know where I am. They played here in my
Oh, it
little
means dead or
small.
alive. Well, never mind.
They played here. DOA came here and played in my little small town because Joey Shithead lived here for a
Joey
few
should
years,
have lived there? No way.
which I didn't know. He lived in where I am right now. He lived here. They played in the town hall a long time ago. They got through 2 songs and were kicked out because I'm in a country town.
Oh
They
no,
got
because they
booed.
were playing the wrong music. I was
They got
wrong.
booed off.
Their name means dirty old assholes.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
Joey, I think he's the one original member since 1978 or something when
Yeah,
they
yeah,
started.
he lived right here where I am, and that is
That's
so
so
cool that he
cool.
played in our community hall, and after 2 songs they booted him out because it was someone's birthday party and they were country boys. Yeah, it was hilarious actually. But yeah, I would
Well,
love
that
to
reminds
talk.
me of what was that movie? Blues Brothers.
Same thing. That's right, Blues Brothers. Please tell me you've seen that by now, Jill.
Yes, that's how I knew the reference. That's why I made the reference.
Awesome.
And DOA
And
still tours. They're touring into this year. They
Yeah,
aren't
they're
any
at-
I
U.S. or
know.
Canadian dates, but yeah, it's wicked.
they're at a Vancouver, I believe, DJ.
There's a lot of old bands touring that are back. Well,
Uh,
I don't think they ever
DRI.
stopped touring. DRI
just saw
is playing.
DRI.
Yeah, they're playing Colorado, or they just played Colorado Springs. Actually, I didn't go to that show because it was the same night as something else. I think it was Murder City Devils or something that I went to go see. But
And
I've seen them before, so.
I'd like to read Sashi. Sashi says, if I drove 20 hours in any direction other than north, I would end up in water. North and I would be in Thailand. You know, Thailand's a good place to be, Sashi, but I've never been to Malaysia, so I don't know. But I recommend Koh Tao. That's Turtle Island if you're a scuba diver.
I'm terrified to ever scuba dive.
Lemon pie. Yeah, I think lemon pie. You
You
and I
might
are
snorkel though.
almost the same age. Snorkeling is fantastic. Oh, snorkeling is just as good.
Oh, snorkeling I've done, but the scuba thing.
Love.
Yeah.
Well, I'm into the scuba diving, Courtney. I've got some. I went cave diving in Mexico in the cenotes, and I've got some videos on my channel.
No way.
It was
no
awesome.
way.
It was awesome. Yeah,
I've
and yet
been,
I
I've
won't
been
bungee
down.
jump. Bungee jump is too scary for me.
Dude, I don't know how you sit down with balls big enough to go cave scuba. That's just a piece of insanity that I don't need. I jumped out of planes. I've done all kinds of crazy shit, but like cave dive, whoa, nope.
Yeah, but how else are you going to see the little fish that are down there?
Somebody will take pictures and bring them back to the
Say
beach
that
where I will be
out.
waiting.
And when
But
you turn
cheers
upside
to that,
down,
man.
you can see the air because you blow out air bubbles, and they form on because the ceiling's sometimes just here, and you see the bubbles like they're bubbles on the friggin' ceiling, and they're just sitting there, and they're shiny silvery bubbles. I've got videos on my channel; you can see them. It's really cool.
If I'd been
You'd
down
never-
there and you popped one of those bubbles, it would just be me screaming. So
When I was in Mexico, I did a couple of things. You know, I always said like I will try. You know, I'm terrified of heights, but I was like, I'll try like zip lining one time. I'll try parasailing or whatever when they pull you, you know, from the boat one time. And I did, and I also jumped off of a cliff, which my ex-husband said he thought he was
Ooh.
gonna have to come back up to get me, but all of a sudden he heard the biggest shriek in the world because apparently I screamed the whole. I just had to psych myself out and just
No, wait
jump,
a
you
minute.
know what I mean?
Wait a minute. I mean, were you bungee jumping?
No, we just jumped off like we jumped off this really high cliff
Into water?
into water. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's
No, I
don't
didn't
let's
just
don't
like.
confuse the children out there. You cannot jump
Well,
off
I'm
of
here
cliffs
still.
unless there's something,
I
down
don't
there
think
to
anybody
cushion
thought
the
that
blow.
she was jumping off a cliff just
Well, that's all
into
she
a
said.
ravine.
I've watched many Roadrunner cartoons in my day. I don't
That's
want
true.
anybody just jumping off a cliff.
And then the zip lining, we actually zip lined where they filmed Predator. And you go like over the trees. It's like one of the
Oh.
highest zip lines ever. But it was
It's
like,
pretty
Oh,
thrilling.
yeah.
I think it would have been fun, but
If I hadn't
afraid
been
of-
terrified.
well, they knew I was afraid of heights. So the first one that I actually went, like, there were all these connecting ones that we took like half a day. But the first one I went on, one of the guys that was like running the thing, he jumped on right behind me and started spinning me around. And I just ruined everything.
What an
'cause I was, like,
a-hole.
I know. I was like, why would you do that? Why? Like, you just like, it was, like,
I
the
would have
worst.
swung on him when I got down.
And then the other thing I tried was the parasailing, I guess it's called. But you're on the beach and you basically have to run, and then the boat takes off. And when we
No, I
I
don't know what that is.
I will never.
I'm sorry, that sounds crazy.
You're like a kite basically
Uh-huh.
behind this.
Oh,
like,
parasailing.
boat. Yeah, parasailing.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was so high up. I was by myself. Kind of just made me start running. Like they didn't even warn me. It was like all of a sudden I was like just going, and I was flying and praying to God the entire time.
That's a lot of physical strength to hold on to that.
No, you're in a seat type
A
thing.
harness?
Like harness. Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's
but
not so
coming
bad.
back down, they landed me back right on the little tiny beach that I took off on, and it was like, so I was coming down over this resort that we were staying at, and it looked like I was going to go right into the buildings. It was just, I will never do it
Oh
again.
my god!
Oh my God.
I would love to try that. The only reason is because somebody else is flying me, so I could, as long as I trust the person doing it.
But
I didn't. That's the whole thing. It was
were
ghetto.
you on skis? Were you on skis?
No, they ran me from the beach.
Yeah,
I was
that's the
on
part. Yeah,
sand.
that's iffy because if you don't hit the ground running, when you come back down, you're just going to snap a leg. Your leg's
I
going to break
had-
in two.
the two guys kind of like caught me basically.
All right,
And they were
that's
the ones
better.
that kind of ran me out too. Like I had no choice. All of a sudden they were like pushing me and running with me, and they were like, "Lift up your legs," and I was off.
It sounds
Yeah, I will
like
never
people
do that
took you on an adventure and you were just there for the ride.
Kronos.
Yeah.
No, Kronos, you don't want to do. No, you haven't. You're full of shit. Yeah, that's an amazing thing. I have done it, and I think it was $60 American, but this would have been back in 1992, and it was fun for the first 15 minutes, but they kept me up for 20 something, and after the first 15, I was okay. Like, please bring me down now, and they kept dunking, like slowing down the boat so that you'd fall into the water and then up again.
Oh no, they were not doing that. I was so high up. I can't even tell you how high I was.
Okay.
I like terror. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna die, and I was praying to God.
Those are the best rides.
No, no, they weren't. I got down and I was
yeah.
so angry at my ex.
Involuntary praying is never a good thing. Usually,
I guess
when
so.
you
You
catch
do
yourself
have to know what
praying
you're
to
getting into.
survive, that's not a good experience usually.
We were there for my 35th birthday, and I remember saying, "Okay, I'm 35. I will try some things." But then, like, I feel like he just told them like she's not gonna do it. She'll chicken out. So just like get her out there, So there was like no warning. I didn't even know like how I was supposed to land or what. And they were from the ground. They were like motioning with their arms, like pull down on this side, pull down on this side. And I don't know how I understood what they were telling me, but figured it out. Yeah, it wasn't fun. But ziplining would have been fun. It was just that jerk.
I'm sorry about that. I think I would really enjoy ziplining. It looks really safe with the big harness and everything.
Yeah, the safety. The thing
Thanks,
is,
Lemon.
when down there, there's not much. Like, I didn't feel very safe. A lot of the activities we did, just put it that way. Like they don't really make you even sign waivers for half of the things. You're just kind of like, I don't know.
Me too, Kronos. I'm Texan, and I don't really like country, but Johnny Cash is an exception. He doesn't really fall under just country. He's like rock and roll too.
Well, I wanted to ask each person of the panel, maybe starting with DJ and then going around, is Johnny Cash his own thing? Because I also don't really like country music, but Johnny Cash is his own thing. But that's my opinion. DJ, what's your opinion?
Yeah, he's kind of almost his own thing. It also depends on the era, because I mean, the guy
era.
did gospel, gospel and spirituals. He was a bluegrass performer, a country performer, like blues, folk, rockabilly, rock and roll. I don't know about so much the rock thing until like towards the end when he did the stuff with Rick Rubin, but I'm also not familiar with the guy's entire catalog.
Also, he
But-
did a cover of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh,
and
that have you seen that video?
Yeah,
Trent
that's
Reznor was
Yeah.
so
It makes me
proud.
cry. The video
Yeah.
makes me cry.
Yes, Tiger
That's-
Stripes. Yeah. Oh, sorry, DJ. Please finish and then Tiger.
no, just gonna say that's the album I'm talking about, Jill, the one that he did. Rick Rubin produced it. Yeah,
He
he
did
brought
too.
those two guys together. Yeah, and he
They
did
did two
and,
albums.
and
Yeah.
Courtney's right, they did.
I remember being very excited for them when they were coming out, and yeah, he covered like one by U2, and he covered Tom Petty. He did. It was all covers. They were cool albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anybody who gets covered by Johnny Cash, that's an honor.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Yeah, and go around the panel. Tiger Stripes. Is Johnny Cash country? Is he kind of his own thing? Is he rock and roll? What's your take on Johnny Cash?
Johnny
Please.
did it all, but he was right there at the crossroads when rock and roll was being made. And at that point in time, I would say he was more country than anything else. I mean, the person who really sort of crafted rock and roll was Buddy. And, who really kind of fused all the genres together.
hmm
But certainly Johnny, performed country, especially when he was starting out. And I like a lot of country, and I love a strong country influence. So do I have any real country albums? I don't know, maybe not. So how can I really? But I'm not in again any kind of music. But country these days is practically pop. Was it one of the Hanks? I don't know if it was the second or the third, probably the second. Said I don't know what that is, but it ain't country and it ain't western.
No.
So.
Chris Christopherson, Reba McEntire.
There's
Dolly.
a new country. She's considered country that I actually am I like her a lot, but she's not with pop country. People have described her as a mix of I forget if it was Dolly Parton, but it was one famous like female country star. They with the attitude of Kurt Cobain, or the soul of Kurt Cobain, and the something else. But her music's really good. Her name's Morgan Wade. And
I'm
she's
fond of Casey Musgraves, but they're already saying that she's already verging into pop. But I like everything she's done.
I don't know if I know her,
She's good.
but I was always against the top 40 country.
And so what was your gal's name?
Morgan Wade.
Morgan Wade. There's somebody else I like too, but I'm blanking on her name. But it's like, how big of a fan can I be if I can't remember her name? But there's somebody else currently in country that I like very much.
I'll actually put
Yeah.
a link to what I'm really fond of. It's like a live acoustic kind of thing that she did, and it's just her voice and the guitar, and it's amazing. I'll try and find it and put a link in the thing. People want to check it out.
And Jill, before I do want to get your take on Johnny Cash, Jill, but before I do that, I just want to mention Sashi. I couldn't agree more. In times of danger, I don't pray. I just question the decisions that led me to this situation. Yeah, I've already done 4 things wrong if I'm in this position. Yeah, Jill, thank you, Sashi. Jill, what's your I mean,
thought of her
Johnny
name.
Cash is still alive.
Ashley McBride is the gal also I'm thinking of. I like Ashley McBride very much.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah.
Jill, what's your take on John? I mean, you were around when Johnny Cash was still alive, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, basically, but my problem was I didn't like modern country, and basically when I was growing up, it was already modern in the 90s. And so I
Right.
thought I didn't like country. And then I was making a playlist for my wedding and I was learning about classic country. And it feels like Johnny Cash is awesome because he keeps it kind of a little more classic, a little more traditional, and but also absolutely different. He makes it completely different also. And sometimes he just comes up with, I don't know how he wrote. My favorite is not even really him singing that much. It's I Love a Boy Named Sue. I think it's so funny.
It's a great song. That is a
It's
great
hilarious.
song.
I think Doomcock did it one time and he did a good job.
I think he did. That
Mm.
I don't think Johnny Cash acted, as far as I know, but boy, would I ever love to see him in a movie.
Yeah.
A western.
Yes. And yeah, and so that's when I was making my wedding playlist, that's when I found out I did like classic country. I don't like anything newer,
Mm.
but I like Johnny Cash. I like Everly Brothers and like
Nice.
Patsy Cline.
I
Uh,
love Patsy Cline.
have you heard of a band that I really like, and they're not that new, but they're called the Dead South.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know them. They're really good.
And
I
hell,
actually
I'll be
found
in
them
good company.
randomly.
I've seen them, and they also are out on tour this year because I saw
Are
they had
they?
local dates. Yeah, I saw local dates.
I'd
I'm
like
kind of
to see them.
surprised, actually.
I
Well,
think they're
I
in
don't know if I
Europe
should be
currently.
surprised or I don't know if I should be surprised or not because it was like on the merit of that huge single they had that they were able to go out as far as they did. And aren't they from Saskatchewan? I don't want to get the
I don't
province
know where
wrong,
they're from.
Spidey.
I just know a couple songs by them, and I really like what I've heard.
Yeah,
I've watched
and I don't.
videos on YouTube, basically.
I
So
think they are from Saskatchewan, and I'm impressed that you can pronounce it. Have you ever been to Saskatchewan?
I have not. I have not.
It's very flat.
The performance that I saw would be going on 3 years about, but well, whenever it's got an iconic video. I don't honestly remember the name of the song.
In hell,
Um,
I'll be in good company.
Bingo.
that'll do. And so, like, they were just standing 5 across the apron the whole time and singing. There was like nothing but them playing. The lead singer, or the guy who does the majority of the lead vocals, would sometimes play guitar. Otherwise, it was like 4 guys playing strings and singing, and they played an incredibly long show for a band that I didn't know anything about them then, and I don't know much about their catalog now. So I don't know how many albums they had come into that, but they put on a performance like almost 2 hours long. So it was a relatively small club, maybe a 400 seater. I mean, it was
nice.
SRO. It was SRO for them, and they oversold that night. But yeah, so if you dig them, catch them while they're out again, man.
Hi, Susan Dolan. Thank you very much for being here. And I did not know this at all. Anti-Derivative Jill, do you mind reading this from Susan Dolan? Thanks.
Susan Dolan says Johnny Cash did do at least one movie that I know of. It was a remake of Stagecoach with Willie Nelson, Christopherson, and Waylon Jennings.
Wow.
What did
So
they
the
call
Outlaws.
themselves?
The Outlaws. Yeah.
Is that what they called themselves? I think it was something else. I'd have to
Well,
look it up.
the country movement that they were all the progenitors of was outlaw country.
Yeah, no, but
and
they
they
were a
did an
super
album
group for
called
Half a Heartbeat. They
And
actually
Christopherson
made an
wrote
album
some
or
of
two
Cash's
together.
songs. I know that. That's interesting. I never knew that was in a movie though.
Are you kidding me, Lemon Pie? Are you serious? He was in Columbo?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I think
Wow.
everybody was in Columbo at some
Okay,
point.
so Jill, we need to convince Doomcock to do a Columbo impression as Johnny Cash.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right? That's fantastic. Thank you, Lemon Pie, and we will credit you. We'll credit you with the idea if he does it. And Tiger Stripes, do you mind reading this from Miskatonic Madman, please?
Sure. Miskatonic Madman says, I used to frequent a bar years ago where anytime they played Ring of Fire, they would light the bar on fire. No joke. The fire marshal wasn't amused and they had to stop that. That's a riot.
Oh, boo!
That's very
Party
cool.
poopers.
That's
Party
very
poopers,
cool.
exactly.
I had a friend's band. They were called the Kings of Nothing, and the saxophone player would light the bell of his sax on fire, and I'd stand up on the bar, and that was pretty cool. It used to scare
Wow.
me.
The Highwaymen. That's who they called themselves, the Highwaymen.
Oh, okay.
That's
Nelson,
right.
Christopherson,
Yes.
Jennings, and Johnny Cash.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Way
Kronos,
to go.
yes, several of the ladies here can sing as per karaoke. I think I've heard all three of you sing karaoke.
I have a
maybe?
short on my channel where I'm singing. It's karaoke, but it's punk rock karaoke, and I have an actual band behind me.
Yeah.
And DJ would probably
Then
know some of the
If you have an
bands.
actual
It's
if you have an actual band behind you, that ain't karaoke.
Oh, it was terrifying, and I didn't sign up for it
That's
either.
cool.
But my friend,
Yeah. Susan.
his name is Stan Lee, ironically, not the Stan Lee, the comic book guy, but he's the guitarist for a band called the Dickies. And then it was
Oh, the
Greg
Dickies are
Wow.
super
Hexon.
famous here in Austin.
Seen him play. Yep.
So Stan Lee is on the one side of me in the short, um, where I'm singing, and on the other side of me is Greg Hexon, who started the Circle Jerks and also played in Bad Religion.
Yep.
Those are the two that I knew.
Amazing.
And the bass player played in DI and filled in, I think, with the Dickies, I want to say too. And the drummer, I think, was from Goldfinger. It's really short. I can put it in the private chat if anyone wants to check it out.
Yeah, I think you
Do it.
have to.
It's
Yeah.
embarrassing because I'm not a vocalist. I went to
I'll be
music
the
for
judge of
college,
that.
but I'm an instrumentalist. But I went up there and I don't know. I handed some random stranger my phone and I was like, please get this on video because I was like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, I'll find it. Just give me 1 second.
That's amazing.
That's
It's
pretty
Mark
cool.
D with a C that 70s rock fan plays it. Oh, he'll just randomly play it on his channel sometimes. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
it's
Brian.
funny. It's
Yeah,
funny,
Brian.
yeah. Okay.
That is cool.
And you'll
Uh,
know the song probably. Well, it says it on the thing, but most people probably know the song anyway. Oh,
and Haim? No, I think you meant Hale. Is he? Yeah, the L's next to the M. Okay.
Susan Dolan.
Good to see you, Susan Dolan. Thank you for
Hello,
being here.
Susan.
And it was a great conversation starter. Thank you, Lemon Pie. Yeah, I gotta go watch that movie. I guess I'm not really sleeping yet tonight then. Who's an outlaw here? As far as the government is concerned, no one here, Kronos. Nobody. No. Right? As long as they know. Oh, thank you, Courtney. Put in the private chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess I could put it in the regular chat, but I don't want to make everyone go over there. You know, if you show it, then they stay here.
No, I
It's
got it.
kind of
I
a
got it. I can do it. I can do it. You've had your fill of karaoke, says Sashi. Yeah, I'm not any good at it. I've never, ever.
You don't have to be. It's still fun, right? That's how I feel.
No, just
Yeah, that's kind of the point of karaoke. If you were a pro, you'd be a pro. Bad Reputation, one of my favorite songs.
It's fun. It's featured in the movie Shrek.
It
Are
was
you
the
guys-
theme song for Freaks and Geeks.
You're gonna be a little surprised.
The Joan Jett song?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you
Ability
go.
to play it.
Why would we be surprised?
Oh no, you don't have. You can't share it on your thing, huh? Because you're on a phone too, probably.
Who, me? Oh, I can probably. No, I'm on my laptop out near the fire. No, this laptop is indestructible. It's gone through everything.
Fire,
Screen
snow,
share it.
extreme
Fireworks.
weather.
Having everyone leave to go to
Twice.
my channel. I didn't want people to leave your channel. You know what I mean? To
No,
watch
no,
it.
but can I? If I show this, you're not gonna strike me for showing it.
Hell no! It's a short. It's literally like 30 seconds long. It's just a clip of the show of the performance.
Oh yeah,
Hell
that's
no.
cool.
You won't get striked for it. I'm like the
Yeah.
tiniest little channel. I'm just under 600 subs. So
Well,
I
we
don't
could
even-
also talk over it every few seconds, and
No,
that's
it-
supposed to and
everybody
add
plays it.
content.
Everybody plays it. It's mine basically. I recorded it, you know. So
Wicked. Okay, well, let's see if I can share screen. It's Courtney channeling her inner Joan Jett. Share audio. There There we go. And let's make it big. And let's start right there. I don't know if I can hear anything.
I can hear it.
Okay. Wicked.
So if you're looking at the stage, all the way to the left is Greg Hudson, all the way to the right is Stanley.
That's cool.
Super cool.
I started
That is awesome.
Courtney,
Well,
you're famous.
thanks, Courtney. Thanks so much for that.
But it's so funny. Did you see that it was Bad Reputation before, or were you just saying you liked Bad
No,
Reputation?
I recognized the song. I was playing it before CSM put it
Oh,
up. You know, I went
okay,
right there.
that's
The
right.
second
I
you put
thought
it,
it was just.
I
I
had
thought it
it
was
on, and
coincidence. I
I
was
just
like,
knew it was
wait.
Bad Reputation immediately, just from the oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
That's
was
pretty
so
sweet,
well
Courtney.
done.
Yeah, it was super.
So
And
rad.
then
That was a fun time. I wasn't prepared for it, and it's funny because the whole reason I was there. This is totally bizarre and whatever. It's funny, but so Stan Lee from the Dickies, who is in his 70s now, and he does not act it. I mean, he looks like he's in his 50s. He's in great shape, whatever. He plays Pokemon Go, and so do I, and we're friends on Pokemon Go, and we will do like raids together, like remote raids, like we talk through like Messenger and stuff, and we became lucky friends. I don't know if anyone knows about Pokemon Go, but if you become lucky friends, you can do a special trade, and you have to be like in person to do it. And so we've been trying to choreograph. Like the Dickies played a show one time, and I couldn't make it. And then finally, he was in Colorado Springs. That's at a club called the Black Sheep, and it was for punk rock karaoke. So I went there only to trade a Pokemon with him to do a special
Nice.
trade, and then he gave me like it was me. He comped me plus 3 people, but I didn't know anybody. I just moved here, so I went by myself. And like, yeah, I was watching other people sing, and then Greg Hudson said, Courtney, where's Courtney? And I'm looking around thinking there's another Courtney because nobody told me anything. Yeah, it was like right.
Yeah, that
Yeah, but
makes sense to me that he just showed up and you didn't expect him because that happened when I went to a Vandals show. The Dickies weren't even on the list and they just showed up and started and hijacked the show and did a thing and it was amazing. And
well,
that's
I
what's
knew
neat about going to a California show versus Texas.
I'm going to one in September. I can't wait. It's Circle Jerks actually are playing.
Nice.
And I haven't been on a vacation in so long. My friend in Philly bought me the plane ticket, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
Nice.
can't wait.
You mentioned Stan Lee,
That's
so I
good, Shane.
had to put Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the same name. It's funny because whenever I say that, like it's Stan Lee, the comic book artist, but the guitarist from the Dickies, his name is Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Didn't realize he was also in Bad Religion.
Hmm.
He was Greg Hudson. I know was.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
the guy all the way to the left.
You were
Greg
talking about
Hudson is the one all the way to the left, but they're both the guitarists on stage. Greg Hudson was
okay, I got
Circle
it mixed up.
Jerks and still to this day, and then also he wasn't originally in Bad Religion, but he's playing with them now. I'm going to see them on July 20, or they're playing the 19th. I'm going to Punk in the Park in Denver, which is going to be fun.
And is Keith Morris singing for them?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm not positive though, but because I only know Greg, and I had met Greg once before, but I hung out with those guys because afterwards I got to go to the green room and stuff, and we were trading Pokemon, and they were all making fun of me and Stan for doing Pokemon stuff.
I gotta read that lemon pie says package for Tony Stank. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, Stanley's line was iconic. Package for Tony Stank. Yeah, he's Tony Stank. That was awesome.
Courtney, I wanna like the Pokemon Go, but I'm not very good at throwing the Pokeballs.
You know what? I wasn't either at first, but it becomes really easy. But it's not even about throwing. Like Pokemon Go, it's funny. It's more like a collecting thing. Like if you're into like collecting stuff, it becomes kind of like, I don't know. There's so many different aspects to it because at first when somebody like was like, you actually the person that turned me on to it is he's my friend in Philly. He's like an older brother to me. He's like this huge hardcore dude covered in tattoos. And he's the one that had me start playing Pokemon Go. And we're all too old to even know Pokemon didn't exist till we were
I'm not too
I think I
old.
was 20. I was like
I was
20, I
gonna
think.
say,
I was 12. I was the exact right age. I was the right age to go off on the Pokemon adventure.
That's awesome.
And so I should be
And now I know
really
the
Pokemon
the
Go.
names of every one of them, which is so funny. It's like, how
Which
do I
is
know all this?
well, there's like 5,000 of them. The
Yeah,
only ones I grew up with 121. And that's all I need to know. The
that was
rest
the
are
original,
wrong.
probably the Kanto region or something. Is
My
Mhm.
one of my roommates from the mid late '90s ends up with this woman, and he adopts her daughter, and they're now going to have a child of their own, and they let Ren, her daughter, uh, pick the middle name for their son, and my friend Robbie decided to name his son a Junior. Robbie didn't have a middle name, and so that's why their daughter got to pick the middle name. His name is, because I got to guess the kid's still around, right? Robbie's not. Robert Pikachu Carr.
what?
Pikachu, I love it.
Kid's middle name is Pikachu. I was
Oh
like,
my
I was
Wow.
having him pronounce it. I had no idea what was going on with
That's
the game.
hard.
I had not a clue. And I'm like, what is it again? And he said it again. And I'm like, asking him, is it a family name? Like, what language is this kind of thing? And he's like, no, it's this little light yellow guy, and it's one of her favorite things in the world. I'm just like, okay, right on. That would be pretty rad, though, to have a younger sibling that not only did you have the ability to influence the name, but you got to pick it yourself,
That's
and it's something that you know you can burn their ass with for the rest of their life.
that's funny. All right, good night, Sashi. Thanks for being here.
Good night.
And I want to welcome Stark of Iron. Hi, Tony. We were just showing Stan Lee
Package for
and
Tony Stank.
yeah, and package for Tony Stank was mentioned. So and we thought of you. So I'm glad you're here. So
Good night,
thanks for
Sashi.
being here.
And hello, Tony.
Yes, hello, Tony. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we were just admiring Stan Lee's iconic line in that movie, package for Tony Stank. And who was it? Which actor said, yes, this is Tony Stank right here? Was that Captain America or who was that? I forget who. It wasn't Hawkeye.
Oh no.
Was it Black Widow?
He kept changing his name, and they kept changing the actor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, funny. That was, yeah.
Iron
Anyway,
Eagle,
Don Cheadle.
wasn't that his
Don-
first name or something? It was
Don
Cheadle.
Cheadle.
Yeah,
It was
I
Don
love
Cheadle. Yeah, me too. I like that guy a lot. Yeah, thanks.
I always
Thanks.
liked him ever since I first saw him. I was
Yeah.
sorry that they,
War Machine.
yeah, War Machine, yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, sounds like my housemate is home and the fire is getting low. So I think we're going to wrap it up. It is going on 2.5 hours and I'm out of firewood. Home is where the heart is. You are absolutely right.
But it's still
And-
crackling. We can still hear it.
That was Rhodey. Yeah, no, but I
Good
got
call, Rhodey.
I gotta go. But thanks for being here.
Thanks for
Tony.
having
And yeah,
us.
it was Don Cheadle. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. I'll make us all the same size. Auntie, Derivative, Jill, Courtney, Tiger Stripes, and DJ. Thank you for being here. It was a good evening.
Rock and roll, man. Thanks for hosting.
I don't know how much longer I can have bonfires because we've had some summer weather and we might have a fire ban on before long. But I'll just quickly go around the panel. Jill, is there anything you want to say or promote, or what are you up to?
Well, I just had my Twilight Zone stream today, so if you didn't catch it on the replay. It was really fun. Scotty and I talking about some classic science fiction, very on the edge of their day. And then on Friday, it's going to be Friday the 13th, the only one of this year. And so we're going to cover the movie
Wow.
Seven.
Ooh.
I've
Have you
never
seen
seen
it?
it.
You
No,
haven't
not
seen it?
yet.
Have you watched
No.
it yet?
No, not yet. But
Oh,
I've
then
been
I
told
can't
it's
tell
good.
you. Then I can't tell you because it would. I mean, there's a song. There's a particular
Mhm.
song,
I can't
and
wait.
I can't tell you
love
because the
Morgan
title of
Freeman.
the song is a complete spoiler. So
Oh,
yeah, but there was a song based on that movie. Pop song,
gotcha.
pop punk song.
One more thing. Saturday, I'm going to play Fallout, the original Fallout 1 post-nuclear role-playing game. And anybody, if Spidey, if Tony, if you're free on Saturday, or Spidey, you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
welcome to come talk to us, to me and Scotty, play the game. And that's all I got.
Well, thank you. And it's Courtney. Listen, you are welcome to any bonfire, any stream with the bonfire I've got going. So thank you for being here. What are you up to, Courtney? And she said, "Be right back." So she's not back yet. Moving on. DJ, is there anything you want to say or promote before we go?
I do. I want to thank you for hosting what may be one of the last bonfires of the season. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you, travel or otherwise. So looking forward to the next travel stream as well. And I want everybody out there to know that if you're in crisis or you know someone who is, you can dial 988. That's the US and Canada. You can also dial 1-800-273-TALK. And if you don't want to talk, then you can text the word TALK, TALK, to 741-741. You can get assistance there, and local help is always available. So everybody be safe, have fun,
I appreciate
take
that
care of yourself,
information.
rock, and your crew. And always, man, rock. I'm out.
Awesome. Man, I love that. That's an awesome avatar.
I got the Winnie the Pooh.
Now,
Sorry, it's
peop-
Courtney. You just stepped off for a while. So
yeah,
go ahead.
because I wanted to just find this because everyone kept saying Barry White in the chat. And if you make my picture, my avatar big, I just changed it for a second.
Oh, sure.
So this is a picture of me when I was a child, and I'm next to a Barry White record. Okay, I don't know why I'm dressed like a babushka. I have no idea. But check this out. My friend here just found this and found this album, the same album for me. it's on vinyl.
Oh, that friend loves you.
Isn't that so
That is
cool?
cool.
That is
Yeah,
super
it is.
cool.
That's beauty.
Yeah, I got it.
That is
He gave me a
awesome.
Santana, and I'm like Benny Goodman because I'm a clarinetist and I played clarinet, and that was my major in college. Lords of the New Church.
Wow.
If the DJ would probably know.
Lords.
Yeah, it's Steve Bader's from the Dead Boys.
Yeah.
Next my other friends. But yeah, I just thought that was a cool thing I wanted to show because everyone kept talking about Barry White. So I was like, this is a connection I can
Courtney,
share.
anytime I hear you talk, I'm just surprised by things you say, and I think you're so awesome. And I'm being honest here because I played woodwind too. I played the alto saxophone in high school, but I didn't get a degree in it. You got a degree in yours. That's way cool.
I was offered a scholarship, and that was the instrument that I was able to get the most, like almost full scholarship on. But I ended up getting my degree in music education, which was more credits because it was pointless. It's pointless to get a degree in performance. I mean, you don't need a degree to get a gig, But I really wanted to be playing piano or electric bass because those were my instruments that I really enjoyed. I played piano since I was 5 and electric bass since 13, I think. All because of Sonic Youth, Kim Gordon. She's the reason I started. But I played in like my jazz band and stuff. So Berklee College of Music, it's like a big jazz school. So I was hoping I could go on bass. But I got stuck with the clarinet, which is still fun.
I
that's
own
really rad.
didgeridoo, but I own a didgeridoo, but
Yes, you do?
I cannot play one. Yeah, I got it. I picked it up in Sydney in 2001. But yeah,
you know who
You
can play a
gotta learn
didgeridoo?
circular breathing to play a didgeridoo. It's not an easy thing.
I can do circular breathing, but I've never tried a didgeridoo. But Low Spec Linux Gaming, now he can play a didgeridoo. He's got a video of it.
Woo!
He's playing with the band. It's really cool.
That's
Yeah.
right. The Spix Links game. He's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that. And Tiger Stripes, I was in a Mitsubishi Combi right out of like the Land Down Under song, going down the coast from Darwin to Perth in Western Australia for 3 weeks. I was with 2 Canadians, and we were camping out, and all we would do is pull over to the side of the road or find a place to camp each night and just sit and watch the sun go down and play didgeridoo, because you can't drive at night. You will hit kangaroos. You will destroy your car. You can't. So you have to sit down. We had no radio, no videos, no cell phones back then. So literally all we had was books and the didgeridoo. And I got this close to circular breathing, to your point, Tiger Stripes, but I couldn't quite get it. And
Oh, that's too bad. I bet you just needed like 1 or 2 more days to
yeah,
learn that algorithm.
right. If
That's
only we had a
too
flat
bad.
tire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the
bitchin'.
transmission.
That's super cool. Yes.
Tiger Stripes,
Oh,
what would you?
Jill's just
Did you
in the
have anything
corner.
final things to say before we head off here tonight?
Thank you for having us on. It's been a blast. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Super happy to
Yeah,
have you.
Jill and I are doing a Lord of the Rings stream. It's Jill's baby, but I'm chiming in.
Mhm. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's great
putting
fun.
putting a lot of my efforts into that, and then just sort of coping with life lately. Life's been throwing me a lot of curves. So,
Well,
and
your
I sing
contributions?
karaoke online. So I do sing karaoke online.
On
Well,
at Outlaw Bill's channel and other places.
Yes, and
But
other
your
places.
contributions to Lord of the Rings is incredible. I'm 10 videos behind. I'm still trying to catch up.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Let's just take our time.
If you don't mind, we can take a break this month.
It's a mighty feat. Well, let's
It
just
is.
see what we can do. And well,
Mm.
you can send me a message, or however you feel. I know you got your family and it's a summer vacation.
I'll work
Summer
on it when I
vacay.
can, so I am working towards it. I'm not leaving
Well,
it aside, but yes,
Tony,
yes, I do
thank
have
you.
a family.
I'm
All right.
touched.
Tiger
And-
sings great karaoke. Yes, this is true.
Well, gosh.
Beautiful voice.
And coming from a
said
guy who
that.
carries it out
Oh,
with
hey,
a third of
Tony.
the time.
Oh, that's not true at all. Tony's
Not
got a
true,
good
Tony.
voice.
He does. He
Yeah.
does. Yeah. Whether yeah. There you go.
He's just
So
being modest.
he, as always, Tony, you are a modest. You're a modest fella. But yeah, no, thank you for being here. Yeah, I certainly did. Well, I mean, DJ, I
We's
don't think
just
DJ.
people. You don't have to make
Yeah.
it about men versus women all the time. We's just people.
Right. That's right.
I
Thanks
have
for being
4
here.
brothers. I
No, but it's
consider
just a
myself one
fact.
of the
Spidey
guys.
does
Good night,
seem to
everybody.
attract us.
Bye.
Good
Bye,
night.
guys.
Good
I'm
night.
literally saying good night.
Later.
Get some sleep.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Peace out.